And finally, well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of. You know how I will sometimes say that there's an issue with setting up a stream, and therefore it might take me a little bit longer than I anticipated to actually do everything I need to do, make all the preparations, etc., and then have it run? Yeah. Well, none of those times that I have said that, while true, have been on any level comparable to what I've experienced today. To start off with, I was in a call with Aiden, Emily, and KW going through some script stuff, finishing off a scene, blah blah blah. And then eventually I get to the end of the scene and I say, okay, well, I've got to this part I've done that. So I'll leave you to do the rest of it. Aiden, this is for Mrs. Dysart, so it was the scene with the myth attached, so of course it falls on my hands. So I finished that, and then I said, okay, I'm going to now make the thumbnail. Only to then try and make and caption the I capture the screen, the title screen of Gacha Life 2 as the first bit of the thumbnail that I was going to do, and it didn't work. So I said on the second idea, which was instead of just having like the two things I was doing today, have just the one of them and frame the Blues Pops logo, which I could just get from a separate tab as the full thing. Didn't work either. And even if it had, I wouldn't be able to screenshot myself into that position as I use a pre-existing model, which don't always correspond. But even if in that case, still didn't work. So yeah, Canva just wouldn't open. And so eventually I decided after much deliberation to restart my computer and run some Windows updates, which I've been hesitant to do for some time because the last time I did a Windows update, that was when my entire computer crashed and I had to get a whole new disk for it, which turned out to be twice the size of the original one. So it worked out in the end. But the point is, that was a huge scare for a bit, especially because it happened to happen on the day of the 10th anniversary, my 10th anniversary on YouTube. So I had to do the final stream with a different computer and like speak through my phone. Yeah. Anyway, didn't want to go through that again, but I decided, okay, well, needs must. So I reinstalled, I did the updates, and then the pages worked and the captions worked. So I made the thumbnail. So now all I had to do was to get the video and then to activate Restream. The video page, the download page I use, had changed its format, which happens sometimes, but then just none of them worked at all. I tried to go on to Restream. Maybe I can start it without a thumbnail like I used to. That happens sometimes. Restream was, for some reason, for the first time ever, blocked by my antivirus program because apparently the URL contained phishing, which has never happened before. So I don't know if the page was recently hacked or something. I checked on different sites that did work. It said that it was still clean. I knew it to be clean because I've used it for years at this point. So, but of course, the antivirus wouldn't relent. I tried on 3 different browsers, still the same results. So, of course, the question then becomes, how did I get here? Well, I tried reinstalling NordVPN, which I hadn't done for a while. I thought maybe if I have something that is, blocking my data from being taken by phishing, maybe that would bypass the rest of it. But no, antivirus still didn't work. But hey, at least I have NordVPN now, once again. I've used a different VPN for some time, but I'm back to Nord now. So there you go. Hashtag not sponsored. NordVPN, it works better than what I had before. That's the caption. So, anyways, so then, after that, the antivirus still didn't relent. So by this point, the only thing that I could actually do was uninstall my antivirus. Which, okay, I didn't technically have to uninstall it completely. When I pressed uninstall, it actually automatically said, I sure want to do this, of course. But it also said I can go onto a passive mode and say I can activate it whenever I want to put it back on, rather than having it be on all the time. And so I chose that option. So it's gone into passive mode now, which means it is currently deactivated. I'm protected by Nord, but not by the antivirus. And so I was finally able, after an hour and a bit, to start this stream. Because today we have two things to do. First of all, the release of Gacha Life 2, and as promised, I want to go over the PC version of that and talk about the fact that it actually works, and see what has improved, what stuff still needs a bit of work, and what things haven't quite lived up, and also just to show a few of the different assets that were delayed the app in the first place. The other thing also is that Josh messaged me saying that today is actually Flowerpot 1300's birthday, and also sent me the link to the Bluespot's finale. So I also wanted to watch the Bluespot finale to celebrate Flowerpot 1300's birthday. So yeah, needless to say, today was an important day to stream for those reasons. So there you go. All right, and with that sorted, I can now introduce the last person I expect to be a guest on this particular video. A person who has been known to dislike and not play any of the gacha games, BB Butter.
I do like reviewing, and I gotta tell you, during one of the 2 days I'm off this week, yeah, I'll bite.
Okay.
What do you mean? Yes. Also, by the way, I don't know what's going on in chat right now, but fishing can mean all kinds of different things, guys.
Oh, talk about the definition, because get everyone else about what fishing. Yeah. Actually, I'll show you. I took an image of what the antivirus actually said when it came up, so I can display that if it clears up confusion.
I'm just saying, there's like 3 or 4 different definitions of fishing, and that's not, of course, talking about the spelling, because the spelling also affects things a bit.
Well, it was fishing with a PH. That was... So yeah, Johnny is... Okay, this is what I received. So app.restream.io, because it was infected with URL phishing. There you go. That's what I got.
Man, what a non-suspicious URL code. I'm just saying, if you're trying to keep things secret, maybe don't name your site. Maybe don't name your virus site URL phishing. Right? Like, hey, welcome to this completely safe site. Don't look into us. Welcome to phishing.com.
Yeah.
It's like, there you go. Sorry, where'd you get your name from? I said don't worry about it.
Of course. All right. Well, I don't see the different things about what it means. Yeah, from what I've always seen, I've seen the definition of scam that's meant for data collection and accessing your information. Yeah, that's that's what I've always known it to be.
Well, sure, there's that. There's also, KW, your spelling implies a completely different thing, and that's about, like, casting a pole with a, like...
It's because I said fishing verbally, and therefore she didn't know the difference until Johnny used the PH version.
Yeah, but the one you're using, KW, that's, like, getting fish out of the water and, like, catching them and probably eating them, usually as a trophy of sort. There's also, like, the idea...
what that fishing means. She loves fishing. She has a whole song about it.
Oh. And see, then there's also, like, like fishing for, like, compliments or something, which is a similar concept, but meant in a more, like, vague way. It can be used for pretty much anything. It's not, like, a physical rod. And then there's also, like, you're, like, dating someone and you got, like, catfished or something, right? Which is also sometimes
catfishing as a whole is one word. That's a whole different thing.
It is, but it's also used as fishing on occasion. It's, means the same thing. So there's that, Really, It depends, KW.
Right, whatever. Basically, there's only one spelling out of all of those that you've suggested that starts with a PH, and it was the correct definition. so we didn't need to go down this tangent, but there we go. Anyways, we've got another guest apparently.
When do we need
Aiden
to
is
go down
here.
any of my tangents?
You want to read what I wrote in the chat?
Sure. Little pigs, let me in. I'll huff and puff and blow this house down. Really? Down?
Yeah.
You didn't go with blow the house in?
No, it's down. That's how it
Oh.
goes.
Okay, because I've always heard let me in, not by have my chin chin. I'll huff up over my house in. You know the whole. But
No,
whatever.
what? What are you talking
No,
about? Who
that's
says
not a
in?
thing. No one says in. Excuse me.
That's crazy. What? What does it
You should
even
watch
mean to
this.
blow a house in?
It caves in.
I
Well,
Yeah.
BB, there are several definitions. I'm kidding. I'm not going to go into that.
It's just
no,
like one of
well,
those
see,
things
the
where-
versions I've always seen is like he literally blows the house and it like flies off. It like shatters.
Yeah, it blows away.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to rhyme, and that's why. I know in and in, but you have chin in the middle of that, and that's the point. Anyways, it's all a German translation anyway, so who knows?
Probably the
Okay.
Germans.
Yeah, but they'll have a different word for it, is the point. Okay. So anyways,
Caca.
Gacha Life 2. The game is out on PC. So here
look
we
at
go.
them dance. Look at those characters dance.
Yes, look at the 3 characters out of everyone that's on screen dance.
Everyone's just they're just dancing. Well, Luname is constantly in a state about to fall. You know,
That would be someone's personal nightmare.
yeah, that one girl is probably gonna be taken away by those balloons.
Oh, that's
You
Charlotte.
know, like she was in the Land of Up. You know, and then we have
The
Charlotte,
Land
who's
of
just kind
Up.
of happy. You know that Pixar movie. You know when Pixar
Yes,
was
I
so
know,
good.
but the Pixar, the location isn't up. Like the location is the Land of Up. That's not where they were going. It was Paradise Falls.
Yes. Look, okay, it's been years since I've seen that film.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Anyways, look at this. Figure stuff that you haven't seen, Aiden. Lo and behold, there it is. The terms and conditions.
No,
right
I've
there.
seen that. I have sold my soul already.
No,
Not to
everyone,
well, technically.
everyone has seen these. Everyone reads terms and conditions. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Look,
You agree, yes.
The reason that I bring this up is because BB, you weren't here yesterday, but yesterday I mentioned that I found things in the terms and conditions and referenced them. People were like, wait, you read the terms and conditions? Like, yeah, I did. So the things that I found
This is really
were-
short terms and conditions, by the way.
exactly, which is why it wasn't a hard thing to read. And I thought, well, might as well.
You know, my theory of why they make terms and conditions so long is so you don't read it, so they can sneak in some stuff.
That's not even a theory. That's just factually what happens.
Yeah.
That's why they also have random confusing
Oh,
things in there because they want to trick you. That's the entire thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
It's almost like rich
speaking
people
of
are
the
evil.
concept of terms and conditions literally stealing your soul. That was actually a part of Legend of Tomorrow season 4, where it was
There's
literally
also part
a
of this
joke.
game called Super Hot, I think.
Yeah. But it was like literally this joke where basically one of the main characters was possessed by some demon, so he released an app under the guise of this person, and then it's like, oh yeah, this app, you know, just gotta accept the terms and conditions, you know, no big deal. And then like one of the main characters were reading through would be like, what is he up to? And then it's like, oh, your soul will belong to whatever the demon's name was. And it's like, oh, that's why you did this. Because he's like, man, no one reads terms and conditions. You can literally just agree to sell your soul.
Yeah, that's kind of how you're able. That's how they legally are allowed
Yeah.
to do most of the things they do. Like they all sell your data. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
wouldn't be okay had you not agreed, but you did, so therefore you knew. At least on paper, you knew, and you can't really openly say that you lied
by
on a
the
legal
way, one
document
of the
either,
terms
so.
and conditions was have fun and enjoy the game. So if you don't have fun and you don't enjoy the game, you are breaking terms and conditions.
This is why BB doesn't have it.
Yeah, I couldn't click. I agree. I'm sorry.
Just couldn't bring yourself to do it.
No, it's too hard.
So, anyways, the point that I was trying to get at was that the things that I found in the terms and conditions. Yeah, so you see how here it says, please, number 3, please do not modify the game or make inappropriate mods, which seems
You need
redundant
to
because
define
we can't-
inappropriate.
If you well, it's redundant anyway, because if you can't modify the game, you can't make any mods, let alone inappropriate ones.
Oh wait, and see, then there's also inappropriate. Not this isn't a good legal document. You can't make a legal document have like vague terms like inappropriate. That can mean anything.
Yeah, normally terms and conditions will define those. That's part of why they're so long, because they have to define terms that everyone understands them and they're not open to misinterpretation. But anyway, again, any modifications found will be removed from the platform they were released on, and a copyright claim will be filed, which again strengthens my theory that Gacha Life 2 was pushed out of the door as a deliberate thing because the competition with the Gacha Club mods was getting so strong.
Yeah, that's weird. Because you can make any and I'm sure we probably can make out what you mean by
this was going to be the thumbnail, by the way, but it didn't work. So there you go.
But like, if you throw it,
I think it's cute.
You can make an inappropriate quote unquote mod, but then if you get like a claim or anything, you have the legal grounds to say sorry, I didn't know that was inappropriate. So like you can't.
I mean, fair. Plausible deniability technically.
Yeah, it's like this. I don't think Luna May's made a legal document before.
I don't think Luna May knows how any of it works, honestly. I'll kind of be honest.
Most likely not. Hello. Can't stay for the view shenanigans since I'm in class, but I'll try and join afterwards. Also saying it's my birthday. No, really? Definitely not the reason that we're doing a Blues Pops finale review on top of Gacha Life 2. Totally not that.
you should try to stay somehow. I don't know how, but you should. And also happy birthday.
I mean, bear in mind, she did say she's going to try and join afterwards. So depending on when afterwards is,
afterwards, 5 hours from now, 6 hours. Just like,
hey, look, afterwards is only legally binding if you're Luna May, okay? Anyways, so yeah, depending on when that happens, we might be starting out the Blue Spots review at that point, or just in the middle of it. But yeah, it depends. Okay.
Hey, so can I was thinking if you want, I could start this off by some of the characters I made with some of the new assets.
I was going to explore the new assets, going through them rather than...
Oh, I want to show some of these characters. They're cute. One of them said,
how dare you explore the game like it was intended, Jacob? I'm only allowed to do that.
It's almost like I press share screen as deliberately to go through those things. But hey, I mean, you load up the screen and we'll show some examples.
Okay.
Because obviously, like a lot of these, like the ones that I have in here, they've just been copy and pasted from the BlueStacks version, which, by the way, is my first positive here. The copy paste function actually works. I know
okay,
it's a BlueStacks thing.
That was a BlueStacks thing. That's not really a Luna May thing. That's just a BlueStacks problem.
Yes, but it automatically makes this an improvement over the previous thing that we had on PC.
And technically it lags less and we don't have to deal with ads. So those are pluses I have experienced.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with ads.
Can everyone see my screen?
No, I haven't put it on screen yet. Now I have.
Okay, so as you see, Mrs. Dicer was made with all the new assets. No, I'm kidding. Okay, you want to see some of the new characters? So first, let me start with this girl. You see, she Greek mythology girl in like the times of Greek mythology, but
that's a very, very, very long span of time. I don't think you realize that Greek mythology, like every other religion on the face of planet Earth, describes the birth of the cosmos.
Okay.
Up to what they define as important events for any specific culture. That goes from prior to the existence of the universe, and yes, I mean prior literally.
Okay, so this girl here, she existed in the time of Narcissus.
Okay.
You know, there, and that's why she's blushing, because she's like, oh my God,
how come her skirt
Narcissus
is pink? Did they have
Narcissus? It's literally the exact same thing as Narcissus.
Yes.
Narcissist, except without the T.
And then there's this other girl here who has a lot more of the newer assets, like with this hair, like this specific part of the hair. And then we have like this.
Why do they all have heat stroke? They seem to have like
They're blushing!
Blush.
They're blushing.
It's like the middle of the face where the nose is supposed to be.
They're blushing. They're like, oh my god, you're so hot, Narcissus, Narcissus, you're so hot. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That does actually fit what they're supposed to do because I'm assuming you're
Yeah.
using these as extras.
Yeah. These are extras for some of the flashbacks parts when Mrs. Dicer is going over the myth.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
and then what? I don't know. I just wanted to do something pink, and I just thought this was a very cute shade of pink. Honestly,
No, I'm just wondering if pink clothes were that popular back then because I'm sure they didn't.
Probably not.
Sure
I don't
they didn't
know.
use,
Well,
like,
it's
dyes.
to be
Oh, well,
fair.
I mean, we can probably get
pink,
into the
pink is
the
an
visuals
extra.
here,
Pink
but-
is an abstract of red. It's probably just a very light red. I mean, a very light, like maybe just a bit of red. If they had very little red to spread on fabric, they're like, okay, it's just gonna be a very light pale red.
Well, I don't know if it
see.
really matters what they looked like back then. This is
Yeah.
Mrs. Dysart describing it. They can look however Mrs. Dysart wants them to look.
Okay, fair enough.
Like,
Okay,
I don't think we
so-
necessarily need
and then
them to have the standard
here
production
is
degrees.
here is a character I use a lot of the new assets for it named Jay. He takes place in modern day. He may be a background character, Mrs. Dicer. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. I just like his design.
Okay.
This is Jay.
Ooh, his pants are real ugly.
They're new
I don't-
pants. They don't really work that well, but you know, it's cool. I like his jacket and like I like his shirt and his hair is cool.
Yeah,
and,
let's
like,
remove the pants though.
I can't take off his pants. That would be weird stripping him.
I think what
naked.
BB is suggesting is
Oh, God,
changing
creepy.
the type of pants rather than
There
having
aren't
none of them
great
at all.
there aren't great pants in this update. No joke. All these pants kind of high key suck.
Wait, no, hold on. I like one of those. Hold on. Oh wait, go to middle one. Middle one. God, this, yes. I like this. Let's
Those
do
look
this.
too frilly.
No, we can so do this. This really rocks.
It looks like a scarecrow's pants.
Yeah, okay. There, he's beautiful now. Well, now I gotta remove the socks because now he actually has feet showing. Okay, ta-da! This is Jay.
Hold on, did
He's
you say
probably
you remove socks when people's feet show? Isn't that?
well. I didn't plan for his socks to be showing. Okay.
Oh right, okay, fine. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Okay. So this is Jay. Yeah, he's cool. He's just a chill dude. He exists. And yeah. Listen, okay. I don't know. I like the design.
Look, this is what Emily does. She creates background characters and then not necessarily they've like it necessarily like for any specific point, and then they just end up being used at some point,
Yeah.
either as extras or we just
He
give
probably
them
will be in the mini
roles.
Mrs. Dicer at one point. Maybe we'll make him a teacher, or maybe he'll be a student. I don't know. Although if he is a teacher, we wouldn't see his first name. It would be like Mr.
We do have a few undesigned teacher characters, so
We have like
Potentially.
Mr. I don't know, Mr. Smith. I don't know teacher names.
Mr.
I'm not,
Smith.
I'm not good at
well,
last names.
I mean, remember, like all the teachers that as again, we're trying to make them based on characters from plays, so it depends. Yeah,
Mr.
what else we
Macbeth.
Technically, that works, but wow.
that is a little bit too cliche. Like, oh yes, one of Shakespeare's most popular plays of all time. I totally should make that the play. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
mhm.
Oh well, Mr. Capulet. Okay.
Mr. Wait, Mr. Montague.
There we go. You got it. Okay, so
Yeah.
back to this. So Aiden has demonstrated a few of the features on how they can actually apply to end characters. What I'm going to do actually is because he asked me to make echo for that first scene, so I'm just going to take here, and I'm going to just go through.
Yeah, why not just set her to default? I know you don't like to do that, but dang.
I mean, because we're going to go through the different things anyway, so it doesn't really matter where we start from.
I guess.
I don't think that's how Montague is spelled, puppeteer.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it is.
No, there's no way. It spells. There's no way. Wait, is it?
That's how I've seen it spelt.
We
I mean, bear in mind,
love the fact that this girl's name is www.
Yeah, I mean, bear in mind these are plays from the 16th century, but still.
I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't think the plays were originally in English.
Yes, they were. That was actually one of the big sales points, because back then it used to be that every like major play was written in French, and so Shakespeare came along, well, and some other people like Ben Jonson, Christopher Marlowe, all the contemporaries of that era, and they started like showing how poetic things could actually be, and that's what catapulted their fame.
Yeah, fair. Sure enough, yeah, you're right. All right, whatever. I thought that was spelled differently.
All right. So what was I going to do? Okay, yeah. So I guess we can change in here. So yeah, we can swap to one of the new characters. All right. Goodbye.
You didn't even get rid of. I just set a lot of the presets originally in there to default. Be like, okay, I don't even need them.
I mean, remember that the way that I make characters sometimes is I'll start from a separate template so they don't all look the same by the end.
Yeah,
it's my way to avoid same face syndrome.
I guess for me, I feel like I'm, experienced enough to not make them look the same at this point. Maybe when I started, they looked a bit too similar, but I don't know. Plus, to be fair, with each character design, I kind of go out there with each hair color and eye color, nowadays to do like eye shape and like even clothing style and like kind of colors they're wearing. So it really depends.
All right, so we've got.
That's the
make a very.
That's the skew. I mean, I guess you can make her very skinny, or I guess.
We're just gonna make Slender Man.
She just Slender Man. Just cut to Narcissus. Like, get out of here, Slender Man. I don't want to find your 8 notes. Like, even Slender Man was madly in love. Oh, duh.
If you can always make
okay,
Echo.
Do you not know how to find a skin color? Jeez.
Oh no, I do.
It's more in the orange department. It's more in the orange area, the skin color. If you're going for,
I know, but I know that for a lot of Greek characters, you try and go for something olive skinned anyway. But B,
olive skin. She looks like. Actually, I don't know what. She looks strange. Oh my god. What is with? Why is that? Doesn't it look olive skin? Okay, that looks finished. I was supposed to be like that.
Yeah, you got to click something and use the slider.
Yeah, I know what a process is.
No, I mean, hey, no. See, okay, so see the trim. Oh, well, the way the trim was originally, that's where you could adjust it. That's close enough to a skin tone where you could, if you add it, make it slightly darker. Bam, you actually got a normal human skin tone. But now it looks yellow. Looks yellow.
The shading is not working the way I intended. Okay, here we go.
Still kind of weird. That doesn't really look human.
She's a nymph, so it's fine.
Okay. Wait, what do nymphs look like?
Whatever Mrs. Dysart thinks of in her head.
I guess that's the excuse. Yeah, I mean, they may have had green skin, but they were a nymph.
It's like I mean, here's the thing: if a nymph shows up in like Rip in the Dark or something, I'll probably have to do some research for this. But who cares what a nymph looks like in this? It's like it's in the 21st century. If some random teacher talking about this, who cares? If it looks cool, it looks cool. Just get like the core features, I guess.
I mean, honestly, looking at some images on nymphs, I ever see like just a regular like human skin tone.
Well, hold on.
And some of them actually get more of a greenish skin tone, actually, like more leaning into the green. Like right now, it looks like you're more like leaning into like the yellow part. If you lean more into the green, maybe it'd work a bit better.
I wouldn't focus too much on like what random. You make sure they're actual like.
Images. That's what I look on images. That's what I always do.
No, but like people don't usually draw these characters accurately if that's what you're looking for.
I mean, I know.
Like if you're looking for images, then you're gonna want to look for like some ancient Greek pottery or something, or better yet, just look for some actual excerpts.
Dude, ancient Greek pottery wasn't in color.
They describe the color and stuff in the actual myths. You can find all of that on Theoi easily. What do you mean?
As long as it's not blue.
Yeah. I mean, the thing for me especially is when I design a lot of Greek mythology characters, I tend to very specifically go on Google
Here's
Images.
classical literature.
No, I go into Google Images and like I look at basically a bunch of images, and then I tend to generally get a consensus through all the images on Google Images.
No, you never want to do that. That's not. People don't draw the characters accurately. Like not on average like that.
Like when I see like 30 straight images in a row of someone with pale skin and black hair and blue eyes, maybe a few of them have green eyes, I could come to the conclusion that that's what they look that's generally what what they look like.
No.
Yeah, what Aiden's saying is that he tries to come to a general consensus based on what is
Yeah.
was invented online. Obviously, there's going to be variations. So if you look up Medusa, you're basically going to find anything and everything.
Yeah, but especially for the more obscure Greek mythology characters, you don't have that as much competition with like the modern day implications of that.
You don't need much competition. Just look at the sources.
I'm not you. I don't sit there and read Greek mythology.
You don't have to sit there and read. Just look at classical literature quotes. It's a whole heading section on Theoi. Just look up a random character, scroll down to classical literature quotes. It usually has a subcategory of like types or appearances. Like you don't even need to read the whole myth to get like actual looks.
Right now the tent isn't activated, Jacob. You didn't.
I know.
Since on zero.
I know. I was choosing the color first and then applying.
Why are we giving her a green tent? Isn't that going to make her clothes green?
Because you said that nymphs are more greenish. So
Yeah.
I thought,
Okay, hold on, yeah.
compromise.
Okay, here I
okay.
just found the colors of the nymphs here. All right, from
Can you paint with all the colors of the nymphs.
so there are blue-eyed, okay, blue-eyed, rosy-armed, so implicitly red or reddish.
Just give her like a rosy. I can. Actually, no, I can't do that.
Beauteous nymphi with eyes cerulean bright.
Yep. Which is interesting because they thought they didn't describe any different shades of blue back then.
Yeah.
All right.
Here are the nymphs in a group, but do you look at them by classes?
Yes.
Some are Nides, those who are shaking drops of dew from their hair, and lean slenderness from the bucoli is no white less beautiful than dew. And the anthisi have hair that resembles hyacinth flowers.
That's a good
point.
So
green hair. So like there's a few images on here where they explicitly have greenish hair.
What does hyacinth flowers look like?
Yes, okay, there's that. Before we continue, I'm just looking up what type of nymph Echo actually was. Apparently Neko was a Neko? That's the wrong thing. Neko Atsume.
Echo.
Anyway, Echo was an Oread.
Okay.
If that helps. And apparently one of her parents was possibly Uranus, which has several implications that I don't really have the time to go into.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like of a lot of Greek mythology, there are a lot of implications of stuff like weird stuff that's like, oh, this character birthed a horse, but it doesn't explain why that happened or get into specifics. It just kind of happened. It happened. Like, what do you mean it happened? How does this make any sense? Wait, isn't one of their parents a god? So doesn't that make them a demigod? Oh no, in this case, you're just a human. But one of their parents is a god. Normally, that makes a demigod. No. Thing. But both their parents, and then or like you'll have
sometimes two mortal beings can make mortal offspring, and that never gets explained either.
Helen of Troy,
for example.
Yeah, it's just like God, or you have like two gods end up like birthing like a demigod or just a human. It's like
what type of nymph, by the way, did you say she was?
Oread.
Oreo?
Oh, here. Okay, here it is. Oreads. were mountain-dwelling nymphs. Some were hamadryad nymphs of highland fir and ash trees. Others were the spirits of rocky grottos, naiads of mountain springs, and epimelides of the mountain pastures. So I guess maybe their area will probably dictate how they look a little bit.
Echo's final resting place was a cave, so potentially.
I mean,
So
I looked up Nymph's Echo, and a lot of the images I'm seeing have her be either in purple or blue.
Here. See, does
That's
Echo have a specific page on here? Because I might be able to find some just direct quotes. Yes, she does. Okay.
I mean, honestly, all these nymph images just make her look like a normal person. I'm gonna be honest; they don't really make her look that different.
I like you say that, but then I see one and she has wings.
Okay, a handful.
But and this one is straight up from the actual like ancient like stuff on the part like Nymph Echo, Athenian red figure Hydria from the 4th century BC. So, yeah, I don't know about normal human. I'm excited to see what she looks like.
All right. Well, we can definitely try out purple. Let's see. There's a random purple here. I'll go from there. See what comes up. I'll get rid of the tint first.
I meant like a purple outfit, not a purple skin tone.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So you had like purple. She was either wearing purple in some or blue in some.
Okay.
But I saw mostly blue dress. Mostly a blue dress.
Hey, here's just her straight up home sighted. Mount Citheron in Boeotia.
Yeah.
So, whatever that looks like.
Oh, you want to like base it off of the actual?
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you're looking at specific types, wherever you live is going to dictate how you look a little bit.
Okay. I'm not sure if Boeotia still exists.
It probably exists under like a different name if it does.
Oh, it does. Okay, yeah, Boeotia, the region.
Bon, we are making a character in Greek mythology named Echo.
Region Central Greece.
Yeah, that checks out. It was Mount Citheron. Or Kytheron? I don't speak Greek.
Yeah, I know it's Boeotia because of Stephen Fry. Well, the advantage of him is that he provides pronunciation sometimes.
Oh, wait, does it cross into Attica?
No.
Yeah, no, it crosses, so it's between both Boeotia and Attica.
Okay.
That's cool. So I guess that's either a convenient area or that's a really fucking large. I just forgot what channel this was. Sorry. I'm sorry. I was slipped.
What happened?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. The more attention we draw to it, doesn't. Anyway.
No, but either it's convenient placing or it's a really large mountain. It's mainly composed of limestones.
I mean, it's possible that the first civilizations were built on either side of the mountain on purpose.
Yeah. It rises to 1,409 meters, which is 4,623 feet. That's quite tall.
This really isn't the point. We're on a time crunch.
Sorry, yeah, sorry. Just started. Look, man, it's neat. I like that these myths have very real aspects, and I like looking into those things a lot. Here, all right, the main thing I wanted to look for. Okay. I'm kind of just skimming through these quotes real quick and seeing if I can.
Okay. Well, while that happens, I'll proceed to. I'll go to the next step because we've been here for long enough. I suppose there's also if there's new head shapes. Oh my goodness, no, that's never mind. I forgot most of the head shapes past a certain point just melted. It will change.
I think having a melted head is cool.
Mm.
It makes you not like everyone else.
Hmm.
I mean, it also makes you unable to see,
Yeah,
but you know,
burn.
that's
You
beside the
know-
point.
I'm not like other girls. I opened the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, you know, burn survivors will really appreciate that compliment, Aiden.
Listen, okay.
Yeah, most of these faces don't really. Just these heads don't really have too much to distinguish them outright. But okay. Anyways, so yeah, we'll do the poses later. It doesn't really matter for right now. We haven't actually got any
Oh,
differences.
BB, are you gonna see the Marvels?
Probably not, at least not in theaters.
You're not really in chat then, I suppose. Well, we are. We just weren't. No one was really saying too much.
Oh, okay. Here actually is a little bit of like what they wore a little bit. The ivy enlaces thy brow with its tendrils charged with flowers.
So they're wearing like flowers and ivies and vines. I mean, a little bit strange.
Specifically on their heads is the implication there.
Oh,
Yes,
I thought
brow.
like their dress was made out of like vines and like ivy.
The ivy
like...
lacens thine brow, Aiden.
I don't know these fancy words.
You know where your eyebrows are, right?
Well, it could have been something else. Like, who has eyebrows?
Most
Excuse
people.
me? Do you not?
I do, but like, who has eyebrows?
As it turns, cut to Aiden, who happens to have like grown bangs, so just has no idea what's underneath. Okay, I guess that we can go into the hats then, and show off some of the new hats, like the court jester, I guess.
Echo wasn't only like it became an Echo himself, but she was also the court jester for everyone.
For all of the above. Actually, that's really why. That's actually why kingdoms. That's actually why the courts were so large. It was so that way her voice would have enough time to. It would have enough time to breathe. You can totally picture that being the way they explain echoes. By the way, right? I'm just saying. That's totally the way they would describe. Right?
Probably.
This whole thing is to explain echoes. That after what happened to her, only her voice was left behind, which still carried Hera's curse. Anyways,
to be fair, that's kind of Greek mythology or any form of mythology, really. It primarily exists to explain away stuff that people can't have a hard time explaining.
And ironically, now it has become the inexplicable thing for most people. Okay, check the hats, shirts, and jacket options. Well, we're in the hats right now, so I'll stick to here. I'm just obviously the best way is to go through at your own leisure, but I do want to highlight some of the things that I see here that I find fairly amusing, like the idea of like storing your own food in your hat and hopefully not tripping on yourself.
That would be funny though. Imagine you're walking around a party and then you're like, I'm getting hungry. Oh,
yeah.
That should be a joke in one of our videos at one point. You just see a girl. Oh wait, what if it's one of the background characters and the people above? You just see them like standing around. It's like, I'm hungry. They go up, grab their hat, and then you see them come down with like an apple or something and bite into it. That'd be funny.
I'm also very intrigued about like all the different horns here because,
well,
that was one thing where there wasn't much of a selection in any of the gacha games, really.
Jacob's about to have a field day with satires.
Oh, potentially. Okay.
You can wear a birthday cake on your head.
Why?
I don't know. You can.
That's fair, I guess.
It's on page 16 of other.
Let's see. Oh, that's not.
You have a TV for a head.
Actually, yeah. Well, that's a good point. What are these? Oh my goodness, Aiden, the vending machine joke.
Oh my god. Yes.
This is I just talked about ProZD today. This is the way to do Cherem anime. Microwave son, it was you all along.
You know, it would be funny if we had a joke about some random dumb anime where it's like everyone have weird stuff on their head.
There you go, a single pizza. There you go.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Jacob. On page 17, they actually have a normal headband. A normal headband without a star.
Oh, there you go.
I've been waiting years for this.
I also have this thing.
That's a face mask. You know when people like have like, you know.
Yes, I do.
Skin.
Oh, there's mushrooms.
Ooh, Shorty would love that.
Yeah, Shorty would love this page probably most of all, I think.
Probably.
Anyways, back to the search. Look, here's some ivy.
Here's some ivy. Here's some leaves in her hair. Emily would be so proud of you.
Of course. Emily would be very vindicated right now. And then
William, what's eyebrows?
Oh my goodness. I don't think he was there for that. Oh, okay. If he was fair enough.
William, I don't know what those are. I mean, are they like something you eat? Is that a food?
It's just what Goku thought about marriage.
I love this. I'm scrolling through these quotes and I love this. This is about Narcissus like first noticing Echo, I think. He stopped and cheated by the answering voice, called "Join me here," and she, never more glad to give her answered,
Wait,
"Join me here," embraced her words and ran out from the wood to throw her longing arms around his neck. He bolted, shouting, "Keep your arms from me! Be off! I'll die before I yield to you!" And all she answered was, "I yield to you."
Jacob, you can wear a waffle in your hair. It's next to the TV.
Okay. A waffle laces thine brow. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yes.
I just love like the idea of
she just jumps on. She just jumps on him. It's like, I yield to you. It's like, ah.
Right, it's like, imagine some woman comes over desperately trying to get with you, and then you go, "No, I'll die before I yield. Back off, beast."
Oh, wait, okay,
and she's like, "I yield." He's like, "Dang it, no."
Have you ever seen Chowder, BB?
Chowder?
Yes, the
yes.
show.
As in the show Chowder.
Okay. No, I haven't seen the show.
Okay, so basically there's this character named Panini, who basically is in love with Chowder, and every episode she'll try hitting on him, and he's like, "I'm not your boyfriend!" Yep. He'll be like, "I'm not your boyfriend!" And then he just runs away like, "Ah!" You know, that whole stuff.
Yeah, in fact that is it. Yeah, he basically like has PTSD every time he sees her and like automatically yells, "Ah, I'm not your boyfriend!" And like tries to leave her, but she's like holding him back. Yeah.
And God, they went to the future once, and then he got to meet his future self, who was married to Mimi, and she's like, "I'm not." That
was the last episode I ever saw of the series, which meant that in my mind for a few years it was the finale.
Was it the finale? I don't even know.
I don't.
That may have been the finale. Like, I don't actually know.
The puppet section at the end clarifies it was a dream, but I don't know. Those have always been questionably canon.
And it's one of those things where it's like, it's a dream, but not really. It's a dream. Like, it's not a dream, but it will happen.
Of course it's happening inside your head, Harry. Why should that mean it isn't real? Luna may believe promised static poses and maybe animated poses to be in the first update, if I remember. Luna may promise static poses to be in the game. We didn't know that it was going to be a beta version beforehand.
Luna may also promised releasing the game at a few different times.
Again, I feel like a lot of this was fueled by desperation, but hey, at least the desperation did not come at the expense of everything else. For now, anyway. Right, so I guess we have Ivy lacing thine brow with, I guess, I'm pretty sure
a flower crown thing. Yeah, basically.
Okay, there we go. In that case, back to here, and What else do we have? Let's see.
Put a leaf in
Yeah,
her
so-
hair. Put the good old Emily style leaf.
Yeah. Hats, shirts, and jackets. I'm not sure about jackets because this is the sweltering heat of central Greece. I don't think nymphs tended to wear jackets, or anyone for that matter. But
Hey,
we can
that's
look at the
okay.
shirt.
That's okay. In River of the Dark, I'm so gonna use this one day. I'm gonna bring it up, and it's gonna just hurt them so much. But the fact that some of them are wearing dresses is just the worst idea because it's cold in Norway.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Like I haven't brought it up too much, but like I'm totally bringing that aspect up in this
It's gonna be like,
episode.
it's like, what? What do you do?
Wait.
I flee from the enemy. Okay, your legs fall off from frostbite.
It's like I don't know what to tell you. You guys don't have a ton of like cattle and stuff for a reason. You guys fish because it's able to survive in there.
There you go.
Like God. Well, I mean, I feel like they just took modern day fashion, and be like, "Ooh, I could be fashionable, not practical, but fashionable."
No, and I mean they probably did, but I'm totally gonna use that against them one day the second I find a good opportunity.
You know, that gives me
Naturally.
vibes of like some superhero costumes I see. And it's like, yeah, this isn't a practical costume for being a superhero. I'm gonna
Oh,
be
yeah,
honest. This is
that's-
impractical as heck.
Yeah, that
Speaking
Kindle
of
situation
not being
really
practical,
saves
this
some
is gonna
awkward
fall off.
moments.
It will fall off.
Don't know what the rest of.
I feel like all the new outfits in here look so good. I just want static poses though. Give me static poses, please.
They do. They do look good, but what is the most fitting is the question.
Wait, see
Potentially
this?
something like this.
No, wait, see the thing on the top? It's like left set that no over one right one. Yeah, those kind of look like roses, like roses.
I don't know. They look more like cinnamon buns.
They look, if you color them red, they look a lot more like roses. When they don't have color, they look.
Okay.
But like, if you make them red, you could be like they're roses because she's
Oh.
wearing very floral design.
So this isn't how she
also they have more
looks
logos.
per se, but they do describe her as having a rocky voice. So I guess even her vocal cords are affected by her environment in a sense.
I guess her vocal cords are also a cave in which most echoes seem to resonate today. That may have been why.
And
Do
she
you
has
ever wear a
warlike
corset?
whispers, which is a weird way to describe whispering. What did this woman sound like?
Right,
like-
hi,
like
I'm
you-
Echo. What?
Right,
Just like
We attack at dawn.
Right? The army of Dionysos gathers for the Indian War. The host assembling syrinx mingled its piercing tones, and Pan's answering echo came from the sea in faint warlike whispers instead of her rocky voice.
Oh yeah, weird enough. Pan came up as under consorts when I looked up Echo earlier. Don't know what's going on there. Maybe Pan likes a lady who can, repeat back all the songs that he sang to her or something. I don't know.
I mean that sounds very self-obsessed.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of these quotes involve Pan just chasing down Echo.
I was gonna
Oh,
say, this is the same person who cursed Midas, so I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Aiden. That's the kind of stuff you get in these stories. Oh yeah, just a man randomly chasing after helpless woman. Yeah, it checks out.
that's horrible.
Yes,
What?
it is, and it's so accurate.
mhm.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
To quote Sword Art Online Abridged, that's absurd. Yes, but it is also what happened. Okay, we said purple for the outfit, right? Okay, let's find a good purple that
That's
works
more
with this
blue,
tint.
dude. That's more blue.
It's because of the tint. I'll just go over to. There we go. That's the same thing as before. A lot of these come across as blue now because of the tint from earlier.
Yeah, the tent makes it look strange.
Hmm.
But thinking about it, actually, red and purple don't look that great together. Those aren't. really complimentary colors.
I shall change the flowers to something else then, or maybe just make the whole thing purple because
Maybe, yeah, maybe she's like wearing lavender.
lavender does
Flowers.
not look anything like that.
Lavender flowers exist, right, B?
Lavender is a type of flower, but it's the type of flower that there's like a stick essentially. They don't look anything like what other flowers resemble.
They don't look like little balls.
No, they don't. Especially not that, because most flowers don't look that like that anyway.
I think they're little balls.
I guess you
And
haven't seen them.
I know a thing or
mature.
two about that kind of stuff.
Well, good, because you know nothing about flowers.
I know all I need to know about flowers.
So that's all of the description of her physical appearance specifically. Now I'm looking for like just straight descriptions of Ori as in particular.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I would even make the core part of the thing, the not flower bit, either a much darker purple to make it make the flower stand out more, or make it a much lighter purple, make the actual outfit part, the non-flower bits, much lighter. I would I don't know.
Let's see. What shade do we have? Okay.
Just mess with the slider. That's what I do.
Okay. I mean, that's not
No,
in that
no,
direction.
that's how you saturate it. That's how you
said
make
mess
it
with
more.
the slider.
Yeah, well, I'm saying go more into the white territory or go more into the black territory.
Oh, I've actually read this quote before, and I really like it because I remember reading the whole story for this one, but I enjoy this quote quite a bit. It's a good way to compare. It's like one of the only times that they've described lifespans of these creatures, and it makes complete sense to me.
Yeah.
A chattering crow lives out 9 generations of aged men, but a stag's life is 4 times a crow's, and a raven's life makes 3 stags old. With the phoenix outlives 9 raves, but we, the rich-haired nymphi, daughters of Zeus the Aegis holder, outlive 10 phoenixes.
So
Wait,
that's the finite lifespan. Okay.
Phoenixes
so
are canon
they're-
to Greek mythology? Wait. When was this a thing?
They've always been. I'm pretty sure Greek mythology made them.
Wait,
That I don't know about actually.
Hold on here, because I'm pretty sure when. Well, not when.
No, it's because there's nowhere like as a phoenix ever come up in anything that I've read. So I don't know.
I've seen Phoenix show up a couple times.
Then they probably did. I just didn't know about that before, so I couldn't really say one or the other.
No, I mean, like what I just read was like 8th or 7th century BC. Like
that sounds like the world's first maths problem.
No, I actually did do the math on that. I don't remember what it was, but they lived for a while. Well, because if I assume generation, right, is still 20 years, then that's a relatively easy math equation there.
All right. I don't remember all the numbers, otherwise I'd do it myself.
Let's see. So I guess an age man, right? So 20 times.
Okay. We'll be right back after these messages. So in the meantime, let's sort out these pants. So first we need to get rid of this.
I mean,
belt.
would she wear pants or would she wear a skirt? Or what her shirt
Or nothing
be a
at all.
dress?
She lives like, I mean,
What? Okay, we can't have her have nothing there. We literally can't do that in the app.
Mrs. Dysart specifically pictures her naked. No.
No, that's fair. That's fair, I guess.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh my God. That's that. Mrs. Dysart, rampant bisexual? Question mark. Question mark. Ooh. No, I don't know.
For the cave-looking people, yeah.
Listen. Mrs.
The people that sound like rocks, yeah.
Mrs. Dysart doesn't care. She sounds like she's high constantly. Like, listen.
That's
Do you
fair.
really think she's in any place to judge? Like,
I'm not gonna give her any of these belts, by the way, Chad. I'm just showing off that they exist.
they have spiderweb themed ones.
Oh, look, they have. Oh.
What?
Oh.
I'm scared,
They
Jacob.
have-
Jacob's scaring me.
I mean, not all
Jesus.
of these are good, granted, but it does go to show they have more options for what on earth is this?
A tree.
It's
a
ugly
tree.
is what it is.
It's a tree. You know when you're in a play, you have to be a tree for a play. That's like it.
Okay, so I just did the
That's
math, and assuming I typed in everything correctly, the average lifespan, assuming a generation is 20 years, for a nymph is 194,400 years.
I think they're all
Nice.
still alive. I don't think any of them died.
Well, Echo kind of did.
Well, Echo became an Echo, which I guess doesn't that make her technically immortal? Because I mean, she
No,
didn't
they very much
die.
describe her body shriveling and her bones
Oh.
turning to stone. She's dead.
Oh,
She's dead.
Oh, that's horrific.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
then describe like her kinfolk coming in looking for a body and couldn't find it
If people
because her
can't
body was
tell,
so destroyed.
If Lord Days can't tell, I skipped over this part in the Mrs. Dysart in the upcoming
Oh, that
episode.
explains Franklin's reaction more. That explains it because he says a line basically like, "Man, it still gives me the chills." Like
Yeah,
that
no,
explains it.
she's dead. She's gone. There's no going back. They describe like the only thing left is like a flower with like white petals. She's dead.
Wait, white petals? Okay, I'll fix that now. Hang on.
Well, no. I think. Well, I don't. Hold on. I don't know the exact context of that. They said that's what they found. That might have been referencing Narcissus. I don't know if
that's
Narcissus was
true.
there at that time. I don't know exactly when in
I
that
think they
story
died
that
around the
excerpt
same
is done.
time, right?
Well, the narcissus is a type of flower as well.
Yes, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know when that specific excerpt took place. All I know is at some point they went and tried finding her body shortly after her death,
Also,
and
I
it
got a
was not
question.
there.
Can we give her eyes and hair and actual
yes.
face?
No, yeah.
Because we skipped over that part and went straight to clothing. I kind of want to actually at least give her eyes.
At the very least, a mouth.
Because Josh said let's let's check out the hat, shirts, and jacket options. So
Yeah, but I really want to
stuff.
actually have her look human, or well, not human. I want her to look.
Yes.
You know
Like
what I
the face,
mean.
not like she's from the Music Freaks. I understand that completely.
She's worse than the Music Freaks. At least they have like some hair or like some facial features. She has nothing. She's a mannequin.
So I don't know if you want to take this into consideration or not. You might want to though, so I'll mention it. Here.
She dies.
So right.
Spoilers.
Yes. Echo very much dead.
It's a spoiler, just like how Reyna gets
Rosebud is
pregnant
the
halfway through season 4. Oh my god. Because it turns out it's Darren's baby. Oh my god. And then
that explains the age.
Darren becomes alcoholic.
So that explains the age a little bit. I didn't realize this, but apparently it seems like the lifespan of trees seems to also be connected to the nymphs themselves.
Jacob.
So I guess that explains why they lived for so long.
Jacob,
Jacob,
I got an idea to make it look like one solid thing. What if we get rid of the dress outline through putting something in the same color purple over it to see how it looks?
Okay. I can. Oh, that's the skirt behind. That doesn't work.
I mean,
But
you can switch it around.
Basically, whenever they're born, trees and stuff arrive, and then whenever they die, they wither. I don't know if you want to incorporate that somehow into the design.
I thought the trees. I thought they were linked to whatever tree they merged from it themselves. Like there was actually, or maybe that was just. Maybe that's just like very old and lore.
It could be, but what I'm reading is straight up saying like, but at their birth, pines or high-topped oaks spring up with them upon their fruitful earth, and then yada 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 descriptions.
Of course.
Then here, but when the fate of death is near at hand, first those lovely trees wither where they stand, and the bark shrivels away about them, and the twigs fall down, and at last the life of the nymph and the tree leave the light of the sun together. Which I guess explains why she specifically shriveled. Because they do describe her body literally like shriveling.
Let it die, let it shrivel up and.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and legend says you can still hear that in the caves.
Oh, that's morbid. Oh God.
No, but no, they do reference her specifically shriveling. So I guess if the tree shriveling is connected directly to their death, I guess that makes sense, huh? So yeah, maybe give her a little bit of I don't know, give her like a.
She's not dead yet.
No,
She's
no,
still-
but no, I know, but the fact that their bodies seem to be connected with trees themselves is like, okay, so I guess if you can somehow mix mountains and trees into her appearance if you want. Because those two are definitely combined forces with Echo in particular.
Hey, well, she looks like a cave-dwelling creature right now with flowers on her head. That's mountains and trees right there. Anyways.
Oh, that's
We
totally,
have-
that probably is why they wear the flowers, huh?
There you go. Okay, so the issue with this idea is that because the outlines are gone, but then the shading is different. So if I move that to not show the shading, then it would just the shading would have a specific line. So that's the only way that I can see around that.
I don't know. That was just the idea I was thinking. I don't know if you could probably get rid of that if you want. I don't know. It's just a way to try to make it look like a single dress instead of a
I understand the idea. I'm just saying that therein lies the limitation of that idea. It is more subtle, to be fair.
It is a lot more subtle because then you just hit a random line like.
Okay, we'll just leave it there then. We'll leave it like that. All right.
Let it die, let it die, let it shrivel up and die.
Come on, you're with me, right? Echo, I'm with you.
No, it'll be you're with me. Echo just like rises and goes, "You're with me," pulls it down to the earth.
Oh my god, that's horrific. You want to talk about shriveling? Here, you can feel it too.
Mm-hmm. Just adopt Shigaraki's quirk. Okay, eyes time. Let's see what the new eyes are like.
Oh, the new eyes are terrible.
Oh, well, thanks for letting me know about that.
See, that whole page is terrible. That whole page is not good.
Oh,
and that's the only new eyes. I mean, I guess those don't
Oh god, it's
bad.
like the Unis Honest
Let's
green
reduce the
screen
opacity.
stuff. Where
you got
Mark's
rid
like,
of it
in this?
entirely, but okay. Technically, you were. The outlines are black now, but you don't. The outlines are hidden.
It's like Mark going,
well,
this? I hate
well, it's fine
this.
Actually,
And
wait.
then,
Maybe
you need to change the trim as well.
Again, I'm going through that. Okay, here we go. All right.
Those
There we go.
look strange.
Well, just a strange creature.
Yeah, and then here's another source.
I thought she was meant to be beautiful. She ain't beautiful. She looks like an alien.
She hasn't been finished yet.
well, I don't think no man is gonna. You know what? I was gonna go really bad with that. You know what? I'm not. Nope. No wonder Narcissus didn't want to be with her. There.
Hey, did you add in the details of like the ages, by the way? Like the ages between Narcissus and Echo?
Oh wait, what?
No, we did not describe the age gap between an unrequited love.
Yeah, because I'm just saying there's some details in there as well.
That was not relevant to the class. You'll see why, but it doesn't apply to the episode in question. It really has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
The whole episode actually was about an age gap relationship because Zoe's dad is dating a woman who's 19 now, and now she got to deal with the fact that her dad's a 19-year-old, and the whole myth is about that and about how all those relationships fail and wither and die because someone drowns and someone becomes an echo. It's like a really weird concept, but it happens.
Yeah. Narcissus turned 16 and then was looking for a young girl to marry, so that tells you she's under 16. What degree, who knows? It's not good either way, I don't think. I get the feel and the implication's not amazing.
No, okay, so click the main color of the base. Click the color of the base. Go to the base color.
Yeah, here's one from
No, base color in the shade, right?
Base.
Okay. Now go. Now see the little bar with the black and white. Go a little less on the white.
Okay. Oh, whoops.
a little less, Jacob.
A little.
My hand slipped. Okay.
He starts like hard pointing into white.
Okay. Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. No. Oh God, you're darker. Okay. No, we're going closer to the white, not the.
This is hot cold, Aiden.
We're
You're like
going.
hot cold.
Okay, do the white, and you will stop when I say stop. Jeez.
Hold on. I need to fix this first. Okay, continue.
Okay, so
Choo
go
choo.
closer to the white. To the white. That's the black.
Yeah, you said to the black before.
Go.
You said away from the white first.
Go.
This is
Go
like
a little
watching
more.
a sitcom
Yeah,
episode about driving.
there. See, look, there. The eyes. All right, so the trim is slightly darker, the shade is slightly lighter, and the base is the middle thing, in between both of them. There. That's how you set up the eyes.
I'm put off by how many different layers there are that just don't align with each other.
I mean,
Yeah, it does
If
look a
that's
little
the
weird.
case, you could do the eyes. It's on the left, row 3. Left row 3. Left row 3.
That's about.
God,
that's almost
hearing
the
you
same.
do
Look
this
at
is seriously like
Yeah, it's
watching
more
a sitcom
exaggerated.
dad teach his
And-
daughter
no,
to
and
drive.
then-
Oh, so to solve the problem that I brought up, you made it even worse.
No, you see, and then you add a pupil, and it makes it better because people have pupils.
Oh, well, that could happen with this one too. But okay, fine. I'll
Yeah,
leave
just
it. I'll leave
throw-
it here for now.
So a random pupil on. Boop. Wow.
Oh
look.
my god, that's horrific.
Well. Yeah,
I hate it. Can we remove the pupils?
What?
This is so much worse.
How is it worse?
What are the new pupils like?
I
look at
feel
that.
I feel like looking into those pupils is like looking into the entrance of one of the caves Echo lives in.
Well, that's what it's like for her. Oh
This is
God.
why I normally go with
I
this
just
is why I
go for
normally go
solid
with
black pupils. I just do solid black pupils. It's easiest and nice.
Also, here's another one this one's from the Descriptions of Greece by Pausanias. Those nymphae dryads who in days of old, according to the story of the poets, grew out of trees and especially out of oaks.
I love those nymphae and dryads the casual.
Oh, you in your nymphas and dryads way. Oh, you silly Billy.
Those nymphae, am I right?
Yes,
Oh.
Someone had to say it.
Greek mythology stand-up comedy? Question mark.
There's actually a couple comedy things in here, and some of them are genuinely funny, even to today's standards. Some of them are actually kind of hilarious.
All right.
Okay,
That's
now
what
let's
we highlight.
let's give her hair because she looks bald.
She is bald.
She looks. Oh. Whoa! What?
I feel like I am 8 years. I'm 10 years old again, and I am just going through with my brother, just going through the different options of how to in the Miiverse inside of our first Wii. I think that's what Gacha reminds me of, ultimately speaking.
Here it is from Ares inside of Dialogues of the Gods. It's a comedy. From Ares, he says, "Did you hear Zeus's threat, Hermes? Most complimentary, wasn't it? And most practical. If I choose, says he, I could let down a cord from heaven, and all of you might hang on to it and do your very best to pull me down. It would be waste labor. You would never move me. On the other hand, if I choose to haul up, I should have you all dangling in midair with earth and sea into the bargain, and so on, you heard? Well, I dare say he too much for any of us individually. But I will never believe he outweighs the whole of us in a body or that. Even with the make weight of earth and sea, we should not get better of him."
Okay, all right then.
Some of it's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh god, and then Hermie goes, mind what you say, Ares. It is not safe to talk like that. We might get paid out for chattering. To which Ares responds, you don't suppose I should say this to everyone. I'm not afraid of you. I know you can keep a quiet tongue. It's like, you don't suppose I could say this to everyone? Really?
I mean, isn't Hermes the messenger of the gods? I don't know if he's the best person for this. Then again, Echo's worse. Okay. Let's just, for the sake of argument, let's check to see what the new eyebrows are like. Oh, you can't really see them. Let me just... Okay, and... What have we got here?
Oh, they're beautiful.
Oh.
They're beautiful. They're 10 out of 10.
Yeah, well
Those aren't
Hermes
new.
even
These
kind of
are-
mentions this.
Page 6. Page 6 are the new eyebrows.
No, Hermes
two
even
new
actually kind of
eyebrows.
does kind of imply plausible deniability here. Oh, do be quiet. Such things are too risky for you to say or me to listen to.
Make them black. Make the eyebrows black or her
Hold on
hair
a second.
color.
So I guess this kind of implies that Hermes
Oh, that's a
does
good point.
actually
Yeah, her
get
hair
up to
color. I'll
gossip
leave it for now.
sometimes.
What is her hair color? Is she a blondie?
We said before we started we are going to make her a bluey, but I don't know if that's going to work. But we'll see.
I don't.
Also,
think
I mean,
blue
if
will
you're
look
looking
really
for
good.
hair, I guess if they all like relate to oak or like caves, I guess it could either be gray or brown.
Ugh,
Okay.
boring.
I don't know what to tell you.
There you
Like,
go.
what do you mean? Oh, I hate it. That's better.
I don't know if she'd have bows though. That's
It's
very
better than
unlikely.
whatever you showed earlier. Oh my god.
Oh, this thing.
Oh, I hate it. It's so bad. It's not
It's
okay.
like her hair's a tornado around her head.
It kind of is. Yeah, it's like what?
We'll save that for if we ever make cloud nymphs, which we probably will at some point.
I don't think any of the new hairstyles will work very well. You passed all the
Okay.
new hairstyles already.
I know. It's time to go back to the old ones.
The ones that have been tested.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. This is the part that always like gets me out the most. I think that's also why I stick with usually.
God,
Like,
you take
awesome
so much
foods.
longer. Like I just kind of test things out and go and like kind of like play it by ear, and then like, ooh, that looks really good.
Yeah, I don't have someone constantly complaining whenever I tried something new.
Ew, gross. That's gross. We can't do that. Ew. Kidding.
Yeah, and then there's this again where it's saying that technically that
Ooh,
their skin is supposed to be no white less beautiful than dew. So whatever that means. How beautiful is dew?
You know, we
How
should give her
white
the
is
more
dew?
wanna do. Give her the 3 ponytails.
How white is dew meant to be? Oh, that's straight up clear. What do you mean they're whiter than clear?
You
That's what
can't
they're
be
telling
whiter
us.
than clear.
Oh wait, no, hold on, BB. I know how to do that. Don't worry. We can. It's all sorted.
Canonically, I guess.
we are.
Oh my god. This is her canonical skin color. I love it.
Yeah, when they
Biblically
say she's whiter than clear, I would hope they don't mean like this because this looks horrific.
No, well, I mean, they straight up say no white less beautiful than dew. If dew is clear, and if it can't be less white than dew, then it must be almost invisible.
It must be transparent.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. That's what that means.
Maybe she was made out of liquid.
We could just paint her entire skin green and then chroma key her out in post.
I just recreate the hugging pose, but it just looks like he's just squirming for no reason. Like, get off me! I will never yield to you.
I'll never yield.
Like,
Hey, to be fair, if someone who was literally transparent, but I could still, I guess, see their outlines over, and they're just like here trying to strangle me, and they're like made of they're like implicitly, they probably feel rough because cave and oak and all that. It's like, yeah, I'd probably be scared too, admittedly.
I won't yield to you. Okay,
Imagine-
I yield to you though. Like
Imagine a cave mixed with a tree coming in to give you a big old hug that you don't want.
I mean, actually, that sounds pretty nice. Sometimes pretty touch
And to make it worse, they're invisible.
I don't know. Maybe that Invisible Man's hot.
Which, if she's invisible like that, does that then imply that naiads have better eyesight than most? Because they
I don't-
look for the body really casually.
Okay, so this is just what I'm gonna say. I just think it's a bad description. I just think it's a bad description.
I don't know what to
think-
tell you.
I don't think they actually what they were going for. I just think they.
I'm
did a bad
reading it.
description.
What do you mean? This. I don't know.
I don't listen. Listen. I don't think they realized how bad it
No,
was.
I think they perfectly
they-
realized. They described it pretty clearly.
I'm sure they were all perfectly aware that that 4,000 years later, someone would come along and make an Orient based on their description in Gacha Life 2. Definitely what they thought of in the moment.
I know, but it's like I think they know how white that must have been, right? I mean, they're back here saying more less beautiful than they are adding a comparison here. If you know what Do looks like, then it is clearer and more white. Sorry, more white specifically, but implicitly clearer than this. They knew what they were comparing.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah, they certainly
They
had
had to.
something in mind.
Right.
They were planning a thing.
And they did a thing, and
They
it
sure
didn't-
did.
It was a weird thing.
I'm starting to see the issue with these hair designs not being adapted to the ears.
Yeah,
Okay, let's go back to oh.
that's like
Okay.
liquid.
No, apparently they're friends with the birds, the dryads. So that's cool. I don't know.
Oh, well,
that's
yeah,
that's
I
a
imagine they
fine.
would be.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not a bad hairstyle, but you kind of miss out on the ear. So I don't know.
Maybe you can have like
That's
Echo,
all that
right.
work we did on the ear for
That's a-
nothing.
That's a good
maybe you can
point.
just have
That's
like
good
a
point.
random bird following Echo around just for funsies. Hey, it's like Disney princess style. Like, hey, here's my
Ooh,
best.
maybe
bird
she starts
friend.
flirting with the bird.
If they still had the pets option, that would be viable, but no.
Echo just pulls a shorty and flirts with birds. Okay, wait, go back to page 2.
Yeah.
Go to left, the second row.
Okay.
No, up one. And then left, and then right. There, and then, okay, so if we adjust it just a little bit, it will fit perfectly on her head.
Okay.
And it will look fine with the ear.
All right. Let's increase the Y scale first, so it doesn't go off her hair.
She kind of looks like an alien now. She has a bulbous head.
Mm.
They all kind of look like aliens to our perspective, Aiden.
To be fair, they do, but shh.
Again, this creature looks like water,
Oh yeah.
And-
Ooh.
according to Skin.
No wait.
I like-
Do what you just did. Shrink it. Do what you just
All right.
did.
And bulbous is thy head, O nymph
There.
boy.
See. Look. How much it lines up.
Oh, you know what actually drew? Oh, you know what is
Almost.
because naiads actually like sat around and
Okay.
hung around like rivers and stuff a lot. I wonder if they ever like dipped their toes in the water and the water would like parts of it like would wash away and they would come out as like new types of water and it like they're just imagine.
Wait.
Oh no, they
Wait.
pull an Electro from Amazing Spider-Man 2, and they just like touch like one power line, just goes and then disappear.
Right?
No, wait a minute. But what if they go into like polluted water and then come out and they're like they have a bunch of oil in them and they're
Yeah.
partly made of oil? Just like, hello. This is
Dude,
what happened.
dryads.
Yes,
Oh, God,
give her a beak. Oh my
Caca.
god.
I
Caca.
kind of that gives me a disgusting idea. I might actually use that in one of my later series, actually.
A beak?
No, the naiads in like polluted water, because in real life the waters are super polluted. I imagine the descriptions you could make of like a horror creature of a naiad and coming out of like polluted.
Her mouth.
Like, I'm just saying-
her mouth has brown outlines.
like it.
Jacob. You need to fix
Like,
that.
a creature that looks almost like water. If you
Alright,
assume
good,
they like kind of like just flow with the water, and they like come out and they're just made of partly like polluted water. Oh, you can get real creative with those descriptions. That sounds awesome.
That would be cool, BB. You should do that.
I will one day, probably. And if not, you guys can take the idea from me. I don't care. That
Maybe
sounds
one
cool.
day. Maybe there'll be a Fallen Angels special about do not pollute the water. I just pull a miraculous ladybug and have a
No,
whole
I mean that
episode
you say that, but that's legitimately a
pollution.
good like Green Earth type of day.
Okay, actually, that would be a good Green Earth special. Maybe I actually will unironically do that.
like you could, yeah. Like,
We haven't picked her hair color yet, Jacob.
No, we haven't. I just went with
We also need her front hair and maybe back hair if she has long back hair.
I would imagine back hair. I'm dying. I imagine back hair as well.
There's no
Jacob's about to
front
pop out a
hairs that would
hairball.
work. There's no front hairs that would work. Most of it is braids, and yeah. I don't think her hair is the kind that is a super braidy.
Oh, actually, I kind of like that. Wait, I like that other one. I kind of like
this. This one.
I don't think it works super well with the skin color, but I like it.
I mean, it doesn't work super well with like the rest of the hair behind her.
No, I mean, I think it works decently with like with most of it. It's just the green doesn't work well with it.
But
at least this more sickly green that you got going on.
Okay, how about we save this for another character? Jesus.
We can change the. Okay, we can change. Yeah, save this with Joe because we have to color the hair too at some point. We're going to do that.
The concept of the hair.
Actually, wait, that's a good point. We've got the flower crown in the way. I might have to move that a bit.
Oh, and they also
do the hair first and then adjust the flower crown.
Okay. They had pet bees, so I guess.
Okay, there's no new hair. there is no new hair in this update. That looks good enough.
All right. By the standards, yeah, okay. Just showing off a couple of them. All right, fine. We'll go back to once again going through. Honestly, picking out hair is always the part that I find the most tedious about gacha designs.
Not again. I don't find gacha designs to be ultra tedious. I just use I just like go like click, click, click. Oh, this looks good. Click, click, click. This looks good. Click, click, click. This looks good. Yes.
Yeah, the thing with something being tedious is that it's not that it's necessarily a sort of complex process or, entirely difficult. It's just time consuming. Right, any side hair, I suppose? What's the side hair like?
So I like this. I'm interested by this. This is curious. I'm looking into the history of this actually now. But like the seven trumpets thing where like whenever like angels and God come down from the heavens or whatever, and they have like the drums and trumpets and stuff. What I find interesting is inside of the taking of Ilias. Yes, that's how that's Ilias. I'm not
Elias.
I'm not swearing there. It actually says, and in heaven, the trumpet of Zeus prophesies of the war they drew. That's interesting. I'm kind of wondering who made the whole like trumpet from Earth thing first. Was it the Christians or the Greeks?
Probably the Greeks.
Because this is a thing from supposedly 5th AD. Well, this specific thing, I guess it could have been mentioned earlier. This specifics, because I'm still looking at the Naiad stuff. So, or nymph, Naiad. Try, it all gets tangled up. There's a lot of breeds. There's a lot of names.
Yeah.
Caca.
I'm just saying. It's hard to remember all of it by name.
Well, remember it better.
You want Nahoge, or however you pronounce that?
You know what, Aiden? If you want to be back here, tell me to remember these names better. How about you read the catalog of ships just sitting there in the Iliad? It's real filler material. All right, it's like at the tail end of I think the second book. I think second or third. It's the most boring thing that you'll ever read in your life. You tell me if you can remember all those islands, nations, kings, and the amount of ships that came with the amount of people on them. and then you come back to me and you tell me an itemized list that somehow isn't just reading the thing word for word, and then you come and tell me, how about you just remember better?
How about you just
Okay,
remember better?
The Greeks liked their itemized lists and many convoluted things.
Remember better, though. That's my advice.
That's like Caitlin's advice of act better.
Exactly. Act better. God.
Nah, this doesn't work.
Novices.
That could work if adjusted, but let me just see if there's anything else.
Naiads of water. Okay, cool. I'm glad I mentioned that. Just, yeah, my man. Narcissist
Also,
is straight up
we
mocking
should have just given this
everyone.
character. This character dreads just is too tempting now. But yeah, we'll save those.
Oh well, here's someone cursing Narcissus.
Oh yeah, we covered that
We
actually.
did cover that. He actually got to have a brief appearance in the episode.
Yeah, there's a. I'm looking at an excerpt from Metamorphosis from Ovid, and it's some dude like, wow, this Narcissus mocking all of the like nymphs and stuff, and then some random guy raises his hands in prayer and says, "May you find love," and then just never get it. Which, as you know, obviously happened.
Yeah. All right. Any new highlights that one must be made aware of?
I'm looking at it right now.
No, I mean like hair highlights. I'm not talking.
Oh, I don't know. I'll bring it up if I see anything else. No, I mean,
okay.
no, gray or brown feels like it probably works best.
Okay, hair color time. We said blue before, so for the sake of just trying it out, let's see.
Oh, that's not terrible,
That's
actually. I kind of like that.
I was gonna say it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be originally when I said that out loud.
And it actually kind of works with like the skin tone in it. No, let's stick with this. I like this.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me just do a little bit of this. And a little bit of that. And a little bit of that. Yeah. And then, of course, the highlights. I have to go back to that. And let's see. Okay. I would give her a nose, but it's I'm pretty sure they don't have those in Mrs. Dysart.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah, her nose got chopped off.
Because the head
she kind of looks like Mrs. Dysart with the blue hair.
Mrs. Dysart's actually picturing herself. Mrs. Dysart's picturing the cosplay she's going to do after the class is finished.
Oh my god.
Bleh.
She's melting. She's melted. Oh, that's what happened to her. She melted.
Nah, she's shriveled.
Same difference.
All right, okay. So here we go. Name. Oh.
New character, Echo.
Yes. Okay.
Echo Angel?
No. Created by
Your mom. Age?
Age, what was it? 1,194,000.
Oh my...
Okay. 194,399. She was 2 days from retirement. Okay.
And when's her birthday, though?
Her birthday is
Valid.
all right, and enter profile. Let it die. Let it die. Let it shrivel up
And die.
all right, fine. I was going to do the colon is with me, but that works too. Let's shivel. No, that's not how you spell that.
No, I like shovel up and die. Let it shivel up and die.
Okay, and then see her, and there we go. Import and export. Copy that. And oh, I said I got to give it to you later because that's got to go in the document, hasn't it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can send you the document. Just in our DMs if you want.
Oh
later.
wait, hang on. I forgot to adjust the crown because I said I was going to do that.
Wow, you tried to give me a half-baked gotcha character. How dare you, Jacob? No, I thought you were better than that. I guess I was wrong.
Apparently.
Anyways, I sent you the document in our DMs.
Okay, that's great. I was mainly saying that we would do that later because it's time to do the next part of this.
Yeah, you could send it to me later.
Okay.
Also, everyone, speaking of the Mr. Dinosaur Show, go check it out on my channel.
Oh, I forgot to say you can adjust the aspect ratio, go 4:3, go portrait, and 16:9. So if you want the actual resolution for your videos without having to adapt too much, there it is. Okay, title screen because that saves the data, and then go back in. There you go. Just in case there's any more glitches. All right, that is part 1 done. So we're going to quickly.
Is Flowers back?
No.
Darn it.
Flowers left us years ago.
Yeah, I told you it's gonna be 5 hours.
No, I mean like Flowers is in like the person that we were going to make a community channel with, and then just no videos came out.
Well, I wasn't a part of that. That wasn't a me. I wasn't a part of that one.
Yeah, that is the reason that the first "What if Piccolo had a son" starts with "Welcome to the Wildflowers." Anyways, moving on.
Ooh, the Gacha bedroom I never seen before.
Yeah, so we're going back to a different Gacha app entirely, and with recognizable backgrounds, which we now miss because good grief.
Yeah, we were missing backgrounds. Oh, there's a few backgrounds that actually passes Greek mythology or the Greek lands.
Yeah.
What? What?
You forgot about what happened in the Blues Pops, didn't you?
I haven't been keeping up with this series. Snap pop, snap crackle pop.
We made that joke already,
Safari
but yes.
pop. Okay.
That date I think was new. Which is interesting because it's the
Dear
finale.
Diary, it's me. Okay, I know it's you, but right now I'm on a cruise ship. This is very clunky exposition on the cruise ship. Unless
at least there's an excuse of there being of being in the diary.
Okay, no, but here's how I would have covered that up. Exterior shot of the cruise ship, even if you don't have any like actual proper boat backgrounds on a boat, you could literally just find a cruise ship back like art of a cruise ship and just have a panning shot into it and cut to her sitting on her bed.
Yeah, I wonder why she's reading it back if she's on the cruise ship now and in the past. Because normally she's in that bedroom in most other episodes. She's in the bedroom reading back from Winterpot from the past, and then it cuts to what's going on. But it's interesting. This is like this is the transition that we haven't had in any other episode. So it does kind of imply that she's on the cruise ship here, and it's actually the past one.
There's so much to do on here. There's even a water slide. And there is a disco party room, a disco pops, not a disco. There's a disco party room. That's where we'll be singing tonight.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, is this karaoke? Are you like a professional performer? What are you?
Yeah, well, I mean, professional performers. Remember the Super Pops, remember the Tony TV lore? All Pops groups are technically superheroes and also a pop group. In fact, this is weirdly one
Oh.
of the first times we've actually seen them, book a gig, if anything.
I mean, it does
most
make
other pop
sense.
shows
I
don't
mean,
really cover that.
if they're good enough, it does make sense why a cruise ship would want them to be on the cruise, to sing.
Yes, it's unfortunately not that straightforward, as implied by earlier episodes that set this plot in motion, but we'll get there.
The crew is going to show us around in there so we can practice before our show. Okay, why are we getting this all the exposition? It's out of bounds for other passengers until 7 p.m., so it feels exciting to get in early.
Okay, it does seem like this is in the past.
Yes, I don't think it's in the past. I think it's in the present. Yes, I'll be right there. Well, I have to go. They're about to show us around. See? No, this is in the present. She's writing about what she's going to do.
Yeah, no, when I say in the present, I mean present day Winterpop, reading back what past Winterpop went through, which is the whole setup. That's the whole format of the Blues Pop series. It's a prequel by nature, but also, yeah, because it comes like after Disco Pop season 2 by like viewing order, but by chronological order, of course, it takes place first. In fact, I was actually told specifically to wait until I watched all of Disco Pop season 2 before, because like it's the whole thing. The whole plot there is finding all the Blues Pops. And the diary is one of the clues around that.
Oh. Lots of love, Winter Pop from the past. Oh god, that music! It's so loud.
There was music before, and now there is, but yeah.
I'm here now. Man, you're on top of school.
Yay! Now we can start.
I don't like this music.
Yes, follow me. He looks like you, actually, Aiden.
Oh God! No. I wish I had blue eyes though. Oh. All right, this is the disco room. It just happens to also be the room where Brad and Noah had their first kiss.
Yes, they extracted it from this cruise and repurposed it inside of unnamed middle school.
Oh my god. Awesome. I love disco.
I should hope so. You're here to perform it.
I mean, if you don't perform disco, you like.
Also, I know why Snap Pop. I will say I'm not that the reference is not lost on me. Snap Pop would eventually go on to join the Disco Pops after this.
Ah.
That's why. Yeah, that's why it's one of those. Well, it's a bit of a fourth wall thing. Anyways, the stage is over there next to the disco floor. You can go and test it out. Just let staff know if you're done or need help.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
Teleport to this.
Looks pretty good to me. Yeah,
I'm back. What did I miss? Get me brought up to speed.
They're on a cruise ship. They've been escorted to the disco room because they're preparing early, and they've got a performance later on. Around past 7. That's it, really.
Okay.
Unfortunately, nothing super crazy happened like we normally get to describe. Yeah. Does it sound good? Sorry.
Oh my god, are they gonna start singing? Well, let's see, or here rather. Well, you're gonna sing, so technically.
I'm fully expecting a song later. I don't know if it's gonna happen now in the sound check or later on in the actual concert. I mean, when we, the audience, will hear it, Aiden, not when they're gonna perform it.
Oh. We're all going on a mission.
This is the song. This is the music note is there. This is
Who knows what lies before us?
Pretty good. That's it, I guess.
Okay.
That's all you need. You don't need to test any more microphones or check like the audio on everyone, or have a sound engineer there that's like better.
As long as Magic Pop sounds good, that's all that matters because she's basically the leader.
Oh Lord, no. Let's run through the song a few times, just make sure it entirely works. That was the plan. Why did you stop her?
Okay, that sounds good. But let's run through it a bunch of times. Like, you just what?
Good
idea.
Later that evening.
Oh, at evening. I think it was meant to be at the event. Oh wait!
Okay.
Oh god! Okay, so Okay, so the guy with the black and white face. That's Rambu. And then next to him we have Tubbo. And
that's BB. That's BB, definitely.
I was going to say that looks like
you're
me, but what correlation do I have with these two Dream SMP characters?
I don't know. Maybe
you're novelizing their story.
I guess that's fair.
Okay, and then in the corner we have Where's Waldo?
Yep, there he is.
I don't know if the rest. I mean, there's Johnny in the back.
Yep, I think.
I think that's all the references I know of.
Some of those might be. I was gonna say some of them look like the Super Pops actually, but
I can't believe I appeared in the Blues Pops finale.
Just as well you were here.
You know what a thank you so much, Johnny. I take great pride in this.
This is Eli who did this.
Thank you, Eli. I take great pride in this.
I don't think that's meant to be you. I don't even know who that's meant to be.
No, that looks like me.
It does look like you, but I don't think that's meant to be you.
The hair's a bit longer, but you know.
Well, hey, look, she's got a nose. That's already
I have a nose.
Everyone else, yeah, no one else does.
Wait, how come she's the only one with a nose?
Because I'm imagining someone else designed the character, sent it to Eli, and then that was put in.
Ah.
Yeah, Darkness's character's on the right. Yeah, I thought there might have been Cheshire and some of the Super Pops, but I don't actually think that's the case because some of them would be missing. It's weird to like have just that group, but then again, maybe there weren't enough slots with everyone else.
I'm thinking Wilbur only because if it is a Dream SMP character, only because it's like the glasses and the brown curly hair, but like
maybe
I don't know if that's enough for it's not as plainly obvious.
Also, the curly hair's actually not brown; it's actually blonde.
Excuse me?
It's blonde.
You guys are pulling my leg, right?
No, it's blonde.
I'm staring down Jacob's camera for reaction here. You guys are cute. You guys are joking,
no,
right?
It is blonde. It is very much blonde.
Clearly brown. What?
No, it's blonde.
BB, question: What color did you dye your hair?
Blonde.
Okay, that's why I said it looks like you because I have the glasses and the blonde hair.
Oh, sorry. No, I was talking about the guy here on the left.
Oh, right. So,
I thought you guys were trying to convince me this was blonde, and I'm like, that doesn't look blonde.
No. We're just gaslighting you. They're all blonde, baby. Can't you see how they're all blonde? Everyone in this room is blonde. Their clothes are all yellow. God.
Yeah, we've already gone over the appearance of Waldo.
Tubbo's if you're British. I'm pretty sure Tubbo's next to Rambu because weren't they like shipped together or something?
They weren't just shipped; they were canonically married.
Aww.
Well, go.
Just saying,
honeymoon, I guess.
Just saying, Tubbo is very cute. Saying this on stream. Oh God, Tubbo's gonna find this account. He's gonna find me. He's gonna find me.
Imagine that. Rambu and Tubbo react to streams that happen to feature them by pure coincidence.
Yeah, no, yeah, but no.
I did watch a Rambu and Tubbo stream at one point. It was for the thing that I want to show BB, the musical I was talking about. They seem to like it.
I mean, Tubbo, if you want to talk and hang out, I'm up to that. Just like
Not Rambo, apparently.
oh no,
Hey.
Rambo totally. But
Hey
I
Ramu,
mean,
I like overly ambitious projects that I stall on for too long that are also horror based. So we can make something up. We can maybe work something out. You need a writer, I'll do it.
Moving swiftly onward.
I mean, like Calvin gives vibes like he's kind of like a sweet person who's so
Okay.
kind and
Okay.
Oh
Hey, it's the
God!
wicked- it's
So
the wicked
okay,
witch
so
of
we
the West
went to the
talking-
west. We have
It's the Wicked Witch of the West talking to the girl from Legally Blonde.
I think that's actually Glinda.
is that Glinda from Wicked? Because I think this is a Wicked reference.
I would
not a Wizard of
assume
Oz.
I would assume so. That's why they're talking to each other. I would think.
And then we have Cat Noir and Ladybug.
Yeah, which
And then I
I'll
don't
come back to
know
them.
the other two references.
I do actually know the background references. So that's Quackity and that's Wilbur.
Oh.
In the so the middle one's this is unmistakable. So left is Quackity, right is Wilbur.
You know, it's going to be. I'm interested, like with all these characters. But by the way, I commend the effort of putting all these people in as extras, even like for the finale of a series. I will say though, it's interesting that Ladybug and Cat
Where
Noir
does that
appear
mean
here.
like Wicked or like the Wizard of Oz is canon to the Pops universe?
I guess Oz
Oh.
is,
Uh,
as opposed to what version of the story we're in. That's up for debate. But there you go. I guess I
yeah.
take it back. Maybe Johnny isn't the only person to expand the franchise to existing IPs.
Well, I don't know how canon these are.
Who are the two in the back?
I have no idea.
Well,
I don't know how canon these are meant to be taken though, because all I'm saying is these exact outfits, knowing what points they were at, these two would not be smiling at each other.
Some of the disco pops are actually, actually the children of some of the MLB characters, including Ladybug and Cat Noir. So actually, it does make sense for them to exist.
But
actually,
here's the thing: if they're here though, can't they stop the Super Pops or the Blue Pops from going missing because they're literal superheroes?
Well, it depends. The Blues Pops themselves are also superheroes, so by that logic, they would stop themselves.
No, but like you have extra superheroes to help, unless they're not.
I don't know because like again, like Quackity and Wilbur back here, they shouldn't be smiling at each other. I don't know how canon these supposed to be taken.
I don't know.
These two hate each other's guts.
Tubbo, though. Oh my god! Maybe I should go back. Markiplier. Okay, I don't know.
What?
Oh god! Imagine a Markiplier reference.
Oh my god!
Can we just imagine Eunice and Arnis in one of these?
Oh, they kill off one of the pops and just see Amy, Eunice, and Anna lying around.
Imagine Markiplier joins in and he talks about how, you know what? Oh my god, I'm gonna start writing, speaking out of fanfiction. I'm thinking, you know what?
Did
That being said, actually, Aiden, on a cruise with Markiplier might be a future thing. I don't know.
It could be.
God, I would fade if that.
Oh, and he could add in a bunch of like Odyssey references. That'd be so fun.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm liking this fan fiction idea, Aiden. You should get on that.
This is fun. I will say it's
Me and Markiplier would have so much fun. We would we could gamble. When I become 21, we could gamble together and it'd be fun. I want to gamble. I want to gamble with.
Yeah.
You know, I want to go on a cruise and gamble.
Great.
This
is great information to have.
Oh
Anyways,
okay, I become a blabbering mess when it comes to men.
Apparently. So back to speaking of men, I guess that's a segue. It's interesting that Ladybug and Cat Noir are here actually, because I happen to know from other details inside of Disco Pop's revival that Gabriel Agreste was also present on this cruise ship.
Is he Hawkmoth here too? Are they here stopping Hawkmoth?
That I don't actually know. That wasn't made clear. I guess we'll find out.
Also, wait, is it, but Gabriel's dead in the main timeline.
And we'll come back to that after this. Okay, one thing that I would have improved on is like having them with their mouths open if they're supposed to be talking over each other. But anyway.
Hello! My name is Pinkie Pie. Welcome to your first night at the cruise.
I mean, speaking of that, I mean, you know, MLP is also canon to this universe.
Well, Equestria Girls, specifically. Which I guess that makes My Little Pony Friendship Magic technically canon, but that's in an alternate universe, even Equestria Girls universe. Today, I have a number of singers performing for you.
And they're all in one group, so you get one act.
I love when Aiden just starts randomly spitting out MLP trivia.
Oh, I could talk about MLP for ages. Like, I love the character Starlight Glimmer. Like, I mean, I think her redemption arc was rushed, but God, she's such a... I love her. She's
First
so
up, Blues Pops. Take it away, ladies.
What? You don't want me talking about MLP?
This is what I get for triggering an Octa's special interest.
Exactly.
Okay, here we go. I'll turn this up, actually.
Wait, are they actually singing?
Yes, Aiden.
No, I mean, like, is this like actual voice actors, or did they find a song online?
No, this is an original song made by the creator. It's not done by voice actors, done by the creator, which is why they all sound like the same person.
Yeah.
Many things now we have found, and you cannot shatter our bonds. We always win over dark.
What are Eli's pronouns?
She, her.
Okay.
This is where, again, should have layered herself 4 times.
Is Eli experienced with making songs, though?
This is part of the experience. And in Jazz Pops, there were plenty of original songs, particularly during the 2nd season. So, I mean, eventually over time, I think most of them do sound very similar to this, though, I will admit.
Yes.
Which was also a problem for the Super Pops TV show, but then again, they did a song every single episode. They got bored eventually.
Solve all clues at lightning speed. Each step took, we get closer.
I would have like varied it up with the like except we get closer. So it's like a difference between the first two lines and another one. What?
Breaking news, everyone! The actor strike just ended.
Wait, did it finally?
Okay.
Jeez.
Like, yeah, like midstream.
Great. All right.
Ooh.
Then we find ourselves there as we travel around the bend. Our teamwork doesn't compare. Adventures come to an end.
I mean, that's ominous considering what happens after this, but also you joined round when you were going round the bend, and then immediately the adventure's over.
Oh, by the way, BB. So
Yeah,
with the
hip
actor
thrust.
strike- with the actor strike ending, you know why it ended so fast? Because investor calls are coming up very, very soon. So they're like, "Oh crap, we need to start producing stuff. We don't want to anger the investors." Yeah, but I can talk about the strike and like how
Please don't. We've been here for
corporations
2
are
hours.
ages. Listen,
I'm not indifferent to the subject. Far from it. It's just we've been here for 2 hours, and we started late.
I want to show everyone I'm super smart.
What? Because you talked about a current event.
Yes, I know a lot of stuff that I don't get to talk about much on stream.
Then how about you make a video about it? Actually,
I mean, that's not really what I do on my channel often. I feel like it would be a weird outlier if I did that.
Yeah, who cares? You could do it. It's fine.
Maybe.
You could clickbait it. You could say, "Hey, talk about something serious." You know, have ...
it is just one video as well, so it's not like it will ruin your
Yeah.
branding furthermore to branch out once.
Yeah. Anyways, back to this great singing, everyone.
It's actually not terrible singing.
Yeah.
It was pretty decent. I liked it.
Like it's not
That
great,
was-
but like it's definitely not the worst thing I've ever heard. Like
We should do that again. Oh well, you're not gonna get to do it again because you get kidnapped or murdered or something.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The singing with them aspect, it suffers from the same thing that KW's singing actually suffers from, and which you'll see in a bit, which is projection. Because with that kind of song being like that thing so uplifting, you would think that since they're on a stage trying to amplify themselves to a bunch of people, that they would probably project a little bit more than was coming across there. In actual reality, it would be like Shy Ronnie performing on stage. It's not exactly
Hey, you know
well,
what?
not obviously not that extreme.
You know what? I'd be ironic though if this series pulled a Life is Strange Before the Storm thing and had the whole story be framed as, oh, here's the story of how this one character went missing, or in this case, a group went missing, and then the story ends. But we don't. But the story isn't about the events of how they went missing. The story events have a lot their backstory and who they are. But then offhandedly, it's like, oh yeah, and then they went missing. So we actually never got to see them going missing. It's just the whole story was meant to build up to them going missing, but we actually never got to see that in the story itself. It was just a note tacked on the end. Imagine it was like that. The Winter Pops go to their room, and then we cut to a few weeks later. It's like the Winter Pops are missing. It's just like what?
you know, I brought up at one point like
They're not
the
the Winter
genuine
Pops.
thing of like, hey, what do they do if like they have like an actual like villain who's competent or whatever? And I was like, you know, what if it's like a murder or something? And I don't remember who. I think it was Johnny. But they're like, oh no, we are not allowing any violence on here. It's like, but
Violence? They're superheroes. They fight people. That is violence.
yeah,
That was definitely Johnny. I don't think I've had Eli as a guest on any of these before. That was absolutely Johnny who said that.
That's violence though. Like watching a Spider-Man
like-
cartoon, it's like, oh, I
Well-
watch a Spider-Man cartoon uses non-violent. No, a Spider-Man cartoon is violent. They
Yeah,
fight super villains.
because I was like, well, because I was
They're
like, what do you do if,
superheroes.
like things get serious? Because it's like they're gonna run into like genuinely bad people eventually, right? Apparently
Of course,
not.
yeah.
Mhm.
Also, speaking of Johnny, BB, you weren't here for this stream, I don't think, but I mentioned that at one point, Maddie's Gacha commented on some of the one of the new Disco Pop Survival videos, and said, Johnny, I think I might know why their channel got deleted now. It's because some of the videos contained sadness.
What?
As if sadness breaks the YouTube terms and conditions.
What?
Man, if that was against the terms and conditions, Markiplier would have been gone long before. Man, I've cried in some of his. You know, I cried in space.
My street wouldn't exist either. I mean, I haven't
then-
cried at that, but most people have.
You
Also,
know,
what do you
I'm just a
define as
soulless monster.
sad?
you are a soulless monster, Jacob. Thank
Like,
you
who's
for admitting
defining
it's your
sad
haunting.
here?
Yeah, exactly. So that's and I mentioned I replied to that's like, what are you talking about?
What
Of all the
is?
things?
Oh,
of all the
also,
things-
God, Maddie's Gotcha. Remember that one stream we did with Maddie's
Yes,
Gotcha?
I do remember that one stream that we did. So yes, this is far from the most ridiculous thing that Maddie's Gotch has ever said,
Yeah.
but it's still worth mentioning.
Uh,
Also, I found out that apparently Maddie's Gotch is the facsimile for Magic Pop, or I guess Magic Pop is based on her in some way. Apparently, again, friend submissions within this franchise is a very popular thing to do. I just found out because at one point she said, "Oh, it's interesting to see me defining blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess that was you the whole time." It was Maddie
God.
all along.
wait, what did Oh God, is Magic Pop Is Magic Pop gonna start saying some bigoted stuff now?
I highly doubt it.
Magic Pop just starts saying terrible stuff.
You know, Snapbot shows up. Hey, what do you guys think about trans people?
He's like,
It's
they're
Magic
going to hell. They're going to hell and they're evil.
Winter
Magic
Pop
Pop-
singing.
Magic Pop like tries to open her mouth to find Pop immediately clamps it shut.
Winter Pup starts singing, "Man, how about those gays? Am I right?"
Oh my.
They're not all based on Maddie's Gacha, okay? Ah, I'm gonna go back in there and do some partying. I'm coming with you, Safari. Me too.
Okay, I guess Safari Pop going to. No, wait, Winter. Wait, who's gonna die soon?
I will in a minute. I'll just write a bit in my journal.
Oh my
Or-
god, and she's gonna go missing mid writing. Oh,
Or
no.
I guess I will speak into it
Man,
without
these-
actually moving a
Imagine-
pen.
Man,
it's a
this writing has real clunky dialogue.
Yeah. I'm just so used to it. I'm just so used to it now in pop series. It just doesn't no longer phases me. But you are very much right. Anyway, okay. See you when you're done then.
How long does it take you to write a journal? Jeez.
Well, hey,
We'll find
maybe
out.
they have a lot to write, maybe. Don't insult someone's journaling habits. Okay, as a fellow journaler, okay, I you know,
Oh, wait, can I read
will
your
s-
diary?
no.
Aiton.
God, no.
Oh, but I think we would get some very interesting BB thoughts.
Fine,
You
fine.
would.
Let's fine. Let's read Aiden's diary then. Dear diary, I had to read about Markiplier last night.
Dear
Yeah.
diary, dear diary, I was thinking about how nice it would be if me and Tubbo went on a little date.
Couple.
Went on a little date on like these swan boats, and then like we just like sat there, and then we went to Toledo's and got some nice chicken fingers, and it was so nice because he even had me a few.
I don't.
I don't know. I'm just writing fan things.
Here's my thing. I especially don't think we could read my journal live on stream. I don't know what YouTube's guidelines are about how specific you can get about certain intrusive thoughts,
Oh,
but
I mean,
Tag has to go by, maybe
I
not.
casually mention my intrusive thoughts quite often.
I will say, having gone through Tag Hunt, there's a difference between the pair of you's like level of intensity and intrusive thoughts.
Wait, who's more intense, me or BB?
BB.
Oh,
yeah, I got
Okay.
some bad things going on in my head sometimes.
I mean, fair,
Okay,
I mean,
Go back to this diary. Actually, technically, everything we're seeing right now was actually written down inside of the diary. That's the format of the show, which means that Winterpop's journaling habits are so extensive that it's just covered everything that has happened so far.
Yeah,
And yes,
yeah.
I know it says as Blues Pops. I meant to say and Blues Pops. I was
As-
remember the state of me at the beginning of this stream. I needed this to like exist.
By the way, I was wondering,
Jacob is a completionist.
is this the Blues Pops finale, or is this the Blues Pops season finale?
This is the Blues Pops finale.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait for them all to die in a minute.
Hello there. We just finished this performing. I don't know about the others, but I feel like something big is about to happen. KW's feet hurt. But I don't exactly know what. Part of me says it's something bad, though, but let's just think optimistically. No sadness. We'll get deleted. Anyway.
You don't want to terminate your channel again.
I get the feeling something
Well,
bad
it's
is gonna
over
happen
sadness,
to YouTube monetization and like the YouTube like
is
logo shows
wait.
up. It replaces the sun.
You know what? We should make a joke video, like maybe during like taking a sad mutant girl scene, and then just the YouTube things. Then a YouTube thing pops up like this video has been taken down due to sadness.
Maybe. I will say that minor spoilers for Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, but at the end of season 2, there's basically a joke where the show is getting cancelled. It seems like they tie like the end of the, I think it's Duelist Kingdom at that. No, it's not Duelist Kingdom. It's the Tournament in the Sky.
Julius Kingdom.
No, and so they tie like the end of the Marek and Melvin arc to this idea that the show is going to be cancelled, and that 4Kids is responsible behind it, because of copyright issues.
Oh my god, I knew.
So it's like, yes, everyone, we are part of a phenomenon known as Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, a low-budget series made by a tiny British man in his late 20s, and then like a whole thing. eventually it turns out that the show does get cancelled apparently, and then and then at the end, Marek and Bakura sing "Stand by Me" while the ship is crashing, and the show just ends. And then, of course, the next part is like, the big five, so they become Team 4 kids because they watched by Team 4 star, and the show does continue. But that kind of fourth wall joke was there, and now 4 kids no longer exists, and Yugo the Bridge series has continued. So there you go. Little Creeper outlives everyone, honestly. Very, very inspirational.
Hot
Anyway,
take: 4 kids isn't very good.
hot take: Little Creeper is. My feet hurt because I was standing and walking for a while at the store. I needed to do that because of my, well, I think I say this to my people that I want to make a video. Okay, then I won't divulge that.
This
I don't know what
book
you're
was
talking about.
Are we talking about the Fallen Angels crossover with what's the series called? Komai. Yeah, that Fallen Angels crossover with Kamai that KW doesn't want me to spoil. Oh no, I spoiled it. Oh no.
Yes, Aiden. That's exactly why KW had to walk around in real life.
That episode where Adam came to their world and became a bartender and was like doing bartender stuff,
That's very specific. Anyways, this book was left for the ballet pops who are taking over our duties. I know Majesty has condemned us to die. I wanted to make this when you help face villains. Remember us. Signed, Winter.
Oh my god! It's what?
And you know what's even more horrific? Whenever these characters are ignored in certain parts of their arcs, now we know why. It's because they just died. That's why they never show up or are mentioned doing stuff anymore, because they just actually are dead.
Except they are. Winter Pop was a huge part of Jazz Pop Season 2, and Snap Pop is in the Disco Pops.
Yeah, they're basically dead, though.
Whatever.
She was the only survivor.
Right. You know what else is dead? Your
Majesty killed everyone else.
Kidding. Anyway, Majesty would kill them. Why do you think she has to keep getting new pops? Like, they start to age out of being like teenagers, and they start to get old. It's like, oh, you're almost in your 40s. Oh, we can't have a pop being old. I know. Bippity boppity boom, you're dead.
Or it's like Sith logic, where it's like they train a successor only for the successor to kill the master. So it's like, so they like grabbed like the nearest 6-year-old and was like, "All right, you want to be a superhero? Yes, you want to be a superhero, little Abigail? Yeah, oh, here's a lollipop if you sacrifice your life." And then Abigail's like, "Yes, yes."
Send it to me and I'll show it at the end of the video.
Yes. And so Abigail's like, yes, I want to be a hero just like my favorite pops. And they're like, good.
Brother, I'm
and then after like 5, well, maybe a little bit less years of training, they go up to Winter Pop and the other pops, and they're like, well, guys,
you're fired.
we have you guys are now a good 20 years old, and you know how old a pop can get, and you know how young we have to get you guys, and you guys know a little bit more than we'd like, so
time to
I'm
die.
Sorry, but you are being terminated right now.
Literally.
In more ways than one. Goodbye. I won't see you again. Abigail, say bye. Bye. Bye, guys.
Unfortunately, I don't get this one. All right.
See you tomorrow.
No, you won't.
No, we won't. You will die.
Aiden and I were right.
This is still... Well, I guess she must have come back now. I was that night, but it's still like as dark as it normally was. Yeah, I only know that part because of the Gacha meme. That's why. Anyway. And yes, they are sleeping in pop form, by the way, Bond, because they are undercover right now. They don't want to turn back to civilians in case someone walks in on them.
I mean, I would hope no one walks on me when I'm sleeping, but you know, that's what do not disturb signs are for.
Remember, there be villains out there. Speaking of, I was just like gliding on the water, but I do appreciate that this is actually an imported image, like the cat in episode 4, over a different background. Okay.
Wait, did it become a pirate ship, or was it always a pirate?
No, remember, the villains in this series do have ties to pirates. They're not all pirates, but a lot of them are.
I haven't seen this series up to this point. Why are you acting like I know?
Okay.
Yeah, and they were really goofy looking, by the way.
Also, it looks like it's going backwards, like we're seeing the back of the ship.
Oh, hey, look, it's me as a pirate!
Apparently, yes.
Yeah, my Aiden laugh,
Oh, this gives me Rabbit's Foot vibes. It would be better if I actually
playing the 007 theme.
Oh, wait. I don't think that's the proper background.
Alright, let's search for them.
I told you they were really bad looking pirates,
on a whole cruise ship? Listen, okay, no offense, pirate.
We already saw the backgrounds as well. We always saw the background for the cruise ship. It's weird to change it now, but for their pirate ship, this makes a lot of sense.
No offense, pirates, but you're in a giant cruise ship. You're not finding 4 people. Like, especially if you have to break into multiple rooms, like finding 4 people in a giant cruise ship. I have been on cruises. The boats aren't small, and if you need to find a specific person, unless you know exactly where they are, you're not finding them.
I guess they'll see. You can search the left side, you mean port, right? You can search the right side, you mean starboard.
Oh my god. We get it, Jacob. You have a pirate thing.
I don't have a pirate thing. What do you mean?
Listen,
that's common. That's common, like boat talk, like port and starboard. Like that's what you say in any situation.
I know what you do on your spare time. You get in your little pirate outfit, you put on a fake eye patch, and then you go outside. You go outside to your little pirate ship and go plunder the high seas. I know what you've been doing on the weekends, Butterman.
The idea of Jacob seeing, oh boy, it's Saturday, time to go plunder some seas.
I'm just like hopping into a pirate ship in the middle of Godalming with no coastal area whatsoever.
Exactly.
The reason he knows so much about Greece is because he sails there every Sunday.
That's where the true obsession started. Anyways, I'll search the tech.
Oh my! See, they immediately found one. Jeez.
Okay, passage of time. We skipped ahead to when they did find one. We didn't see them
it would take like a day or 2 to aimlessly search a ship for people, and they would
unless
hear
they
you
happen
breaking
to be
rooms.
nearby. If you search every part of the ship, then yes, but statistically,
Okay, but this
you wouldn't have to.
This just feels plot convenient. I'm gonna be honest.
All right.
Like, I feel I would have had them get insider information. Like, maybe they torture, like, someone of the crew to be like, where are the pops sleeping?
Imagine a pop series including torture.
Yeah, no violence. We can't have that.
Okay, here's the thing. We don't have to see the torture, or we don't even have to have them be brutalized. We could just have them hold up a sword to when the crew members be like, tell me where the pops are. Bam, you don't actually have to hurt anyone or go that far with it. You just, like, threaten someone.
Ah, here's Snap.
Pabble Croc.
Ah, here's Magic Pop.
Oh God, that's bad. Like.
I guess you heard aha, here's magic.
Girl, you gotta run. Or fight. We
You found them? Why'd you leave them? What is it? Okay. I found Snap.
You just found him and left.
I found Safari. I
Okay.
found magic. I got a rock.
You
Hey,
erase
Miss
their
Pollock,
memories and wait,
They can
send them
destroy
away
us.
where? Wait. Where'd you send them away to? How'd you send them away? Did you?
Well, let's see.
Yeah. Where'd you?
Oh!
How does that work? What do you mean you sent them away? How'd you send them away? Did you teleport them?
Oh, come on. Okay, first of all, sorry I did it to you again, Bon. We're back in sync after that minor snag. But okay, so this whole time we were building up to the idea that they end up, the cruise ends up wrecking and the pops get separated and they are sent into different locations. So I all this time was like, okay, this is going to happen. Now we're going to see like the cruise, like the eventual fate of it. Maybe there'd be a battle. Maybe it's just like a whole issue of sabotage, but the cruise is going to go down with the pops with them. And it just so happens they lost their memories during that part because, I don't know, blunt force trauma, presumably. But I guess we just hear secondhand that they found them and then they verbally clarify they've wiped their memories
And sent
away.
them away somewhere. I don't know how. Did you teleport them?
And
Did
you will never
go-
see them again.
Yeah, okay, remember how I talked about Life is Strange before the storm? It's like that. It's like we didn't really get details on the thing. It could have been better detailed.
Yeah,
Like, if you're making something to be like a prequel, you could detail it more, because prequels normally have room to details. Like, in the main series, yeah, you could have offhanded remarks about the past, or you can state some stuff that happened, but when you actually have the prequel, you gotta flesh that out and show more than just what you said. Up
until now, the exposition in this series in this episode has not bothered me too much. But when it comes at the expense of the moment that we've been waiting for since Jasper Season 2, all the way back ages ago, and we had a whole prequel series building up to this one moment that we all knew was coming, to say, did the moment happen? Yeah, it did. And then go. It's kind of like if all three Star Wars prequels just like ended with Anakin and Padme getting married. It's like, and then he became Darth Vader. The end. It's that.
Or
somehow
Darth
Vader
Vader
appeared.
movie, he's like, you know what? I'm kind of feeling dark. I'm gonna become Darth Vader now, and just leave Padme. No proper explanation why. Just okay, I'm Darth Vader now. Yes.
Padme, I think I'm entering my emo era.
Padme, I'm feeling kind of edgy. I'm gonna wear all black. Gonna wear a mask. Gonna be disfigured. For the edge.
Mm-hmm. Anakin, I'm not sure this is a healthy vow to raise our children. If you're not with me, then you're my enemy. Anyway,
and kills her right there.
Anakin, you're scaring me. I think you have mental issues.
Anakin, you were meant to be Jesus.
You're supposed to attend therapy, not ignore it. Okay. Anyway. And yes, there's two pirate cups with ballet pops. Yes, they brought back the pirates thing. Aiden playing as gay Darth Vader.
I'm like,
why specifically gay Darth Vader?
Right? Doesn't matter. He never hooks up with anyone after becoming Vader.
I don't even think he has anything downstairs. To be fair,
people tried hooking up with Vader himself, but Vader's never tried hooking up with anyone.
I don't think that Vader has those kind of ambitions. I think Palpatine fried that out of him.
I think Obi-Wan, when he sliced him, got rid of that part of him. So yeah,
probably.
Probably being like, I don't, yeah.
Palpatine did
Anakin may have been straight, quite a bit, though. But Darth Vader is Arrow Ace.
He can still have he might not be aromantic. He might have had like a fling with Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a fanfic of that somewhere.
Oh, there's probably a fanfic. There's probably a fanfic of him being with Ahsoka. as Darth Vader. I'm sure that exists somewhere.
I mean,
you give it a little bit too much credit for assuming it's hard to find that. That was like the main thing whenever the 2008 Clone Wars thing was coming out. It was real creepy, real illegal, but it existed
Yeah, because
everywhere.
Ahsoka was like a teenager.
Oh yeah, it was not legal, but it existed. Not in the show, but in certain parts of
fanfic.
the internet.
of course. My Sky Guy by Ahsoka Fan 324.
Yep. That's the kind
And
of
then,
stuff you
and
find.
then Darth Vader took off his helmet. His disfigured face really made my heart going.
Oh, Sky Guy, I love you anyway.
His
Anyhow.
breathing apparatus really got me going.
No,
I
no,
kissed
since-
him
Got
on
me
his
going.
No, hold on.
face.
Hold on, Aiden. It's like
Forehead.
it's like I felt it's like as I gazed into what was left of his eyes that my breath was being taken away. Then I realized he too was having problems breathing. I told him to put the helmet back on. Anyways, going back to this. Perfect.
Ahsoka, help me take off this mask. no, no!
And look, here's
I
Winter.
regret it.
Oh my god, Winter.
Okay, please can we see like some actual action?
Let's
Let's
get her! Why are you so happy? You're like, yeah, let's get her.
Because he's almost finished his job. No, do not cut it.
Oh my god!
He's
What?
on a drift to the beach and has
Yeah.
no idea who she is, and she's lost. And that's how they lead into a spin-off series. I'm locking it in. Let's see where it goes.
The spin-off was like that was what you just described Jazz Pop season 2. You described
Oh.
the series that came right before this, and that this was a prequel of.
Oh my god, this is a terrible ending. We didn't even get to see it. Where are the others? Oh, she has her memories. They failed
No,
in
she
that regard.
doesn't.
Blues Pop? No, Blues Pops? She has her
Yeah, I mean,
memories.
she's
Wait,
Who are
who
the
are the
Blues
other
Pops?
Blues Pops?
Oh,
I guess-
okay.
I guess she forgets
Mhm.
specifics, but she knows about
Yeah.
concepts. Oh, why can't I remember? I don't know
Let's
because
go,
the
baby!
power...
I'm a genius.
The only part I really like about this episode was the song. I'm gonna be honest.
I like that I was right. It feeds my ego.
I like the build up to the pirates like climbing in with the shadows.
I mean, that
On
was
the
pretty
rope.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also, BB, you don't need a higher ego. You have the highest one ever.
Right.
I could
Anyways.
always use a higher ego.
Okay, this is where this now we're in the present day. Well, I guess that's how it was separated then.
What?
I was
Uh,
sure to write in my diary that I lost my memories after I found out that I had a diary that lost my. That's, actually,
Sorry?
I think of that, huh?
Why would you write that in? And then I realized it's like, wait, no, she's being attacked by the pirates. She's like, oh no, they're attacking me and they want to erase my memory and strand me somewhere. I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
and then she gets knocked out. It's like, oops.
So
oh,
if you
well.
want to undo all the stakes you just sowed, this is how you do it. No, that's the end of thought. Yep, that's the end of that thought. This is how you do it.
Yeah,
Um,
everyone knew that the Blues
Everyone
would
knew the
eventually
ending.
reunite.
It was all
Yes.
about getting to the ending. That's the point of a prequel. Because most of the
Yeah.
time, yes, when you go into a prequel, this is how things will turn out. We all know that. But the point of a prequel is to build up to how things turned out, not to mostly build up to what happened, but then when the climax happens, skip the climax and just go to the ending that everyone already knew.
Yeah, the Star Wars prequels are pretty well known for kind of doing that decently well. Because I mean, the whole thing with those is because they were a tragedy, specifically because most people knew what was going to happen later.
Mhm.
Yeah. But like I don't know, it just seems kind of frustrating from a writing perspective.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't work that well in this case. And like in concept, if there was all the follow through, it would have worked really well. Maybe it's because the creator hates violence.
Again, that was Johnny, not Eli.
Oh, Johnny.
That's, yeah.
Wrong person. I don't know, maybe this creator hates violence too. I don't know.
You can hate violence and still have violence in your series. Like
I
Like-
guess, but it's like, geez.
I mean, Tolkien wasn't exactly the biggest fan of war, but how many of those were there in Lord of the Rings?
I'm pretty sure
Yes.
George Lucas actually isn't a fan of war, and Star Wars is like a partial.
No, he
commentary
actually went on
a lot of the
record
war.
at one point to say that the way the rebels were meant to be written as like viewed as terrorists,
Oh,
because
There
at
you
the time there was actual like conflicts happening where terrorism was a big deal, and so it was meant to be kind of an allegory to that end of to that side of the war, right? That they are the good guys there, but at the end of the day, if you look at what they're actually doing, they are terrorists. It was very much a political thing. That does not necessarily mean that he supported the terrorism, though.
he loves terrorism. George Lucas loves terrorism. I
Like
can
there's
confirm.
a
No.
reason violence is in
Kidding.
stories so often, and this gets overlooked in a lot of movies because everyone just likes the action and stuff. But the whole reason violence is in media, or at least started out in media, was specifically as a cautionary tale, right?
You know,
we're talking-
just saying though, the one time I think an anti-violence message failed horribly was specifically during the Pokemon's first movie. Like God, that anti-violence message came out of nowhere. It's just like, oh, Pokemon shouldn't hurt themselves like that. The whole series is about monsters fighting each other. What do you mean? Oh, Pokemon
Well,
shouldn't fight like
I think that
this.
was also the issue with like like the black and white game as well.
Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, and keep in mind, in the original dub, and the dubs where that problem comes in, but in the original Japanese version, the actual main point was clones and regular Pokemon can coexist. The clones aren't better, and the original Pokemon aren't better. They're equal, and they shouldn't be fighting each other for the validity of one of the other existing.
Weird message
that-
coming from Mewtwo, but okay.
No, Mewtwo was on the clone side. Mewtwo was like, hey, my clones are so much better, they're going to kill the actual Pokemon.
Okay, fine.
To prove how much better they are. You know, and that's the whole message. But the whole message was clones or original Pokemon, it doesn't matter. They're both equally valid, and they shouldn't have to fight each other to both coexist. But then, again, the dub changed it into an anti-violence message, which in a series about monsters battling each other, is extremely inappropriate and dumb because it's contradictory. It's like, oh man, Pokemon shouldn't fight each other. It's like, okay, so what are we gonna?
Yeah, the morals of Pokemon have
whole-
always been a little bit weird.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird.
I think them doing that would be okay if they stuck with it though. Like if going forward in the series they kept with that. Like
I wouldn't go as far as
message
I wouldn't go as
abolishing
far as to
Pokemon.
say that it's the only time a message like that has failed.
I
but
don't
it
know.
definitely
The
is an
message was like
example.
do fail sometimes. Just like that's not how this works.
All right.
You can't have an
Anyways,
anti-violence message
here's
in a series that's about violence.
KW says, "Here's the thing. I hate violence, like the detail of the fights and how graphic it is, including torture, and yet read Misfits. I can confirm. I've read Misfits. There's some violence in there.
What about torture though?
Also, yes.
Oh god, it gives me vibes. Remember when I did torture jokes in Fallen Angels, but they fell flat because the VA didn't realize they were jokes?
Yeah, except in a book you don't have that issue because you're controlling the entire narrative yourself.
Yeah.
Also, the second season of this, you're kidding. What can they possibly
Wait, how can there be a second season?
I
wait?
knew that I was right to ask that
Wait,
question.
actually, I think I know why there could be a second season. Is the second season like the 10 years later after the Jazz Pops have found them and they're reuniting as a group? Because it seems like Discourse Revival is sort of going in that direction. Because Snap is like on the edge of leaving Disco Pops, despite the fact there's only been 3 episodes so far of that. So it kind of seems like that was it. This is why I wanted a darker Pokemon anime. I feel like I need to cut out the stuff that should be made for kids. I think there should be both. I think there should be like a darker Pokemon anime, especially because again, most of like the original fans have grown up now. So yeah, like, but by all means, but yeah, like you can have it both ways for sure.
Yeah,
Probably-
Star Wars
probably-
took that hint a long time
Probably
ago.
like invent a new protagonist or something and go into like the other
I
more
mean,
implications
okay,
and such.
technically speaking, there is a new anime out right now called Pokemon Horizons with a new protagonist.
Is it darker?
And it's more serious than Journeys, but Journeys was also deeply unserious. It's
That's
not
a no
as
then. So yeah,
it's
like I was
not
saying, it's a
as
darker
serious as
anime.
X and Y, but it's more serious than Sun and Moon in Pokemon Journeys. So it's a
Right.
step in the right direction. It's just a half step rather than a full step. It's the right
I mean, I'm not saying that is the right direction for the entirety of of the
Yeah.
Pokemon anime. But the Pokemon anime, the main thing that people see, I think probably should stay for the demographic that it actually is. I'm saying invent something else with a different protagonist and make that the darker version.
I mean,
Well, I think when you have a series
technically
like that, though,
there are a few technically stuff, but keep in mind those are mini projects. Like they're not really that big. I mean,
That's
like
fine.
a lot of them are on YouTube, especially.
Okay.
They're really well animated. Like the animation's really impressive, but they're also a lot shorter. Like episodes maybe like 10 minutes at the most, and there may be only like 4 to 5 episodes at most. Because
That's
again,
fine. All right then.
I
Yeah.
feel like whenever you have a series like Pokemon, I feel like you need to go in the direction of like Boy Meets World, honestly. Where
don't
it
go in,
just
don't go in the
It-
direction of
yeah,
Girls Meet World. That was terrible.
In Boy Meets World, the character ages though. That's the problem. That's the difference.
I know that's what I'm saying though. Like I think that's one of the big issues.
Well, the thing with
Because
anime,
Ash was an audience surrogate. So the fact that he never aged with said audience was one of the biggest red flags.
but the thing with anime as a whole is they don't really age their protagonists. I'm gonna be honest. And most
know.
animes don't bother aging their antagonists. I don't think.
Just because most things do it doesn't mean that it's okay to continue not doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
unless,
I think
unless we
it's
get
time
more
not to age them.
examples of a change in that regard, and as we get more examples of that, then it's not going to become the norm at any point. That's also, technically speaking, but thing we could have done that with our shows, Aiden. Like there was a part of me that knew very well that I could have just made Morwenna stay 12 forever and just constantly go through like the school antics and never age her up. But I didn't want to do that because I wanted to show she was actually going to grow up for a little bit.
Well, to be fair, that would kind of hurt the Butterverse as a whole because timeline stuff.
It would, but remember when Mutant Girls started, the Butterverse wasn't a concept yet. That was like I see it's only a few weeks later, but again, I was preparing their first episode a long time before that. The script was done in like February, so yeah.
And the Butterverse, and you could even consider whenever you conceived it, the Butterverse really wasn't a thing because, like, Butterverse now is very different than what you initially pictured. I imagine.
Well, I pictured a consistently flowing timeline, so I knew that they had to actually continue to age by that point. If I'd gone the opposite direction from Moena, I wouldn't have tried to include it.
And yeah.
Mm-hmm. I hate unreasonable deaths and torture. Okay, fair enough. That's sure. Okay, don't want to go with that. But I completely forgot about searching for the Ella gem. Ah, there's the setup, because I was going to say that it's like that wasn't like tied up because the Ella gem was the thing they built up in previous episodes. I knew they weren't going to succeed. It's the source of the power for the Zodiacs, the people they've been fighting this whole time. And yeah, of course they were going to lose, so they definitely didn't destroy it, it seemed. So yeah, I guess that might be what season 2 is supposed to be about. They come back together. They put the old band back together, and they go searching for the Ella gem, assuming the Zodiacs are still out there, which we know they are because of Jazz Pops. Well, I guess it didn't help that the pirates did erase my memory. Not sure how they did that, but then again, it's a diary entry, so I wouldn't know.
Why is she smiling when she says these things?
But we can still search for the items.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. And then we'll be able to defeat the Zodiacs.
Oh, okay, so Caleb was saying to read the comment from before. There's a bit of torture in my book. I confirm with the next few books there will be more. Not super bad where it's over the top, just enough where it's balanced and reasonable. There we go.
Is KW making like a huge book like universe now? Wait, what do you mean books?
Oh,
Books
KW writes many books.
Well, you see, BB, books tend to have things called sequels. Not all the time, but frequently.
Yeah.
And then we'll be able to defeat the Zodiacs. I'm going to tell the others about this.
Don't they have their memories back too, or is
Yes,
this?
I think so. Yes.
Yes, Jazz Pop Season 2, they've recovered their memories.
What? Go away! You're interrupting me. I'm the opposite of the blue.
What are
Pops.
you-
I'm red pops. I'm the
God
red
dang it,
Pops.
man! I was thinking about Greek mythology so much during the stream that I saw Pollux there, and I was like, "Wait!" And I was like, "Oh, nope, different."
Ares.
Well, not different because
Oh my
Greek
god!
Pollux is
Wait,
also,
his
but
name.
not in
His
this
name is
context.
Ares. Is he the god of war too? God.
Well, Pollux and Castor are based on the Gemini star, so yeah, that's
Ares. It's
that is the reference. Oh,
my old friends do come in.
Can we get mythology pops?
Huh.
Oh god, they're the same design.
They're
Look, it's
twins,
Adam.
Aiden. They are twins, so yes, they're the same
They
design.
also kind of look like me. I mean, I have
It's-
phase Y
it's the one
technically, but I also
on the
grow
left.
hair
Sorry,
naturally.
right. Is that it's that?
How have you been? Oh man,
Interesting.
you're such a good evil person that you're asking how your servants have been.
Yeah, I thought.
I you're
guess
evil.
this implying they haven't actually seen each other in a while, which is interesting. There you go. Haven't seen you two in years. Thought so.
Well, we both. Oh wait. Well, we both work for another villain organization called the Star Tribe. Down. Okay. Here's the thing. Don't go back to your old evil boss and be like, "Hey, yeah, we were just working with our new boss."
Hey, by the way, we do work
That's a
with your
fair
rival
point.
now.
That's a fair point because Ares didn't seem keen on anyone getting second jobs. In fact, there was a whole episode about
I think he's gonna kill them.
Yeah, one of the Zodiacs went to like a gardening job or something and was just unable to do so. So yeah, that was the main conflict. All right, Misfits is gonna be an arc. Like for example, if I do the first 2 books, it'll be the first arc. Next supposed to be the second arc. Not sure yet, but yeah. Oh, so it's like Star Wars. Then it goes in 3s. Fair enough. Run by Nebula. Or the Cloak Master.
Yeah.
Sorry. But we aren't here to talk about that. We bring news.
People with angel wings walking in and saying we bring news is interesting.
Yeah, it's not on their shoes this time.
Oh, what is it? It's the Blue Pops. They're back. What? Why'd you just kill them? You could have killed them in their sleep.
No murder.
Oh yeah, that's true. They totally could have just like.
Why
cut
just
their
kill them
throats
in
in
their
their
sleep, man? How hard to just stab them in the
Why
throat
did
and
I
let
think
them
about
bleed
that? Yeah,
out?
why are they even alive? Wait, just slit their throats.
It's not hard to kill someone in their sleep. Not that I would know that or anything.
You're saying you're pirates, just stab them. They like.
Like what? Do you guys have morals? It's like we can't kill them. Like yes, you can. You can kill them.
Maybe they do. In most other episodes, all they do is capture them. They don't do anything else with them at all.
But why? Why just capture them? Why not kill them?
These are so the type of villains to capture people and then go like their arch nemesis, and then they're like, we finally did it. Now we're gonna. Oh, we didn't actually think we'd get this far, did we?
Yeah, we. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Oh,
next.
so
No.
so that they're all Megamind then.
I guess.
What if the villains have pop power? That would be an interesting idea for something in the future. Their powers come from the
I just
established that.
suggested the red pops. You know what?
Oh,
they
the
can be the evil pops.
The blues pops
fight.
have to fight the deserter pops.
No, the red pops. Just there's deserter pops that are like all different shades of reds.
There
and
is
oranges.
again the blues pops comes from blues music as well. Them wearing blue at the same time. It's a double reference, so I don't know if that would actually work.
Maybe red rage music. Maybe they do heavy metal.
Uh-huh.
Punk pops.
Yeah.
That's
mean,
a good
yeah.
one. That's a good one. What happens if one character wears multiple rings? I don't think that's ever been attempted before. Sounds like Megamind. Oh my god, Jacob! I got to me it on purpose. Oh, and Mrs. Dysart says presentation. There you go.
Oh my god.
Presentation.
Okay, okay, so we have been streaming for long enough. It's almost 3 hours. We might as well try to wrap this up here. Any final thoughts?
Shoot. No need to
Oh,
rush
but-
us now, Aiden.
Any final thoughts?
Which season 1 is better, Jazz Pops or Blues Pops? I'm going to tentatively say Blues Pops. It had a bit more of like a more adventurous visuals. It wasn't so stuck on the villains having no plan whatsoever, and just like stalling for time while the Pops grow stronger. Because it was building up to a master plan at that point, but it didn't really go anywhere at all in the Star Tribe situation. At least with these guys, like there were still, I think, too many villains in this season, because obviously introducing all 13 Zodiacs all at once in 9 episodes was complete madness. So that does drag it down a bit, but it is helped by them actually having distinct and unique personalities, even when they just only get 1 episode to explore them, at least. And sometimes, occasionally breaking into the teeniest hint of action. So yes, I think, yeah, Blues Pops is ultimately the better season 1. As for this episode, yeah, it had seeds of those things, even though the villains have already been established, so we didn't like have so much of them doing much at all. The tell don't show nature of how this went down does kind of drag the season a little bit down in my mind, because it was all building up to this one epic moment which did not deliver.
It wasn't even epic. It was just mild exposition with
Exactly.
some brief visuals.
Yeah, which we'd already had exposition given to us in Jazz Pops and in Blues Pops itself. There was more than enough hints to this moment, and yeah, it was all set up with not much of a payoff, unfortunately.
And I also,
Oh my
I will
god,
say,
KW. I sure hope
this.
that's not out of 10, otherwise that is so needlessly vicious.
I'll be merciful.
Oh god. Okay,
It's so cruel.
but like I also feel like with this finale as a whole, I think it gave most of the pops in this case kind of shafted, besides like the main pop writing the diary. Like she's the only one who actually had any meaningful moments or dialogue.
Yeah, they
that
should
one
just killed
minute-
them, honestly.
Yeah, the antagonists are far better in this than they were in Jazz Pop, but the
Yeah.
protagonists are about the same level.
But,
Jazz
like,
Pop season 2 accounted for that, but then Blues Pops was a little bit of a step backwards, unfortunately.
Like I just feel like each of the pops should have had a unique aspect or unique personality or something about them in this episode. Plus most of the pops didn't even have a scene to themselves. Like the only one of them had scenes alone or scenes with only scenes. The only one scenes alone. Like the rest of the Blues Pops in this case didn't have scenes alone, because they were all in group scenes and group shots, and that's it.
I don't
Which
mind
doesn't-
that for a finale necessarily.
I don't know. I just kind of feel like it would have been nice to get more individual moments with each of the pops, or at least some more standout moments with each of them individually, because most of them say fairly generic lines and fairly general statements. None of them say anything like super interesting, super complex, super different. None of them have any interest they bring up. None of them have a moment or maybe an action they do. Like maybe one of them talks about a video game. Like no, none of that happens. It's just they're just kind of there, and it makes it kind of boring.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't amazing. I mean, it was alright, I guess. A lot of the same issues from before are still present. So, I mean, I don't even know if it's really worth mentioning them at this point, but I may as well. Designs,
Yeah,
Dialogue,
designs aren't really
very,
good.
very clunky. Really, some missed opportunities here and there. The norm. I will say the pacing in this one, I don't remember what the pacing was like on the previous ones, but it's pretty pretty bad on this one. Like, eh.
I mean, yeah, actually, when you think about it, the first half's kind of just filler. Like, the pirates don't arrive to, like, the last third of the thing, and, like, the events don't really go down to the last third of the video.
The first act was the whole reason they were there in the first place.
Which
Like
is
the concept part.
fine, but it's like, I feel like if the latter half of the episode, like, the actual, like, dangerous part was elongated, or some of the danger was put into the actual episode, like, say the pirates were on the ship the whole time. Like, maybe during one of the crowd shots, we saw when the pirates maybe in disguise. Like, it's recognizably them, but it's like, ooh, no, there's the pirates. They're gonna do it. Ooh, what's gonna happen? You know,
You
like
don't know
it
what's
needs
gonna
to
happen, yeah.
come
Here's
together.
an entirely new Blues Pop series that has most of the elements of this sprinkled in, and by the end of it, makes sense once you get the pretty much the same ending as this. The premise is it's after all the memory stuff happens, after they first showed up, and name a pop, just a random pop. It doesn't matter which one, just a pop, probably Winter Pop. We're gonna say Winter Pop, sure, because she had the diary. She's coming back and she's on a search for her memories. Yeah, you know, classic setup.
Actually, I feel like that could
That's
make
Jazz Pops again.
Uh,
That was what
and,
happened in Jazz Pops.
Oh,
And so you spend the entire thing with like, oh yeah, they've like stole her diary or something like that to learn, I don't know, their methods or something.
Phoebe, I'm
yeah,
gonna
but-
send you a playlist with Jazz Pops in it after
wait,
this.
but you know, actually, would be a better and more.
And then
improved
while
format, in my
they do it,
opinion.
they can just sprinkle in like the moments from the series in there, and then by the end of it, they get the journal, and you know, realization dawns on them, and it's like, oh no, we need to get the whole gang back together. I need to uncover the last remnants of my past. Whoa!
But I mean, like, what if Blues Pops and Jazz Pops? I think it was like season 2 or season 1. Which one? I don't know what season it was.
2.
2. But what if Jazz Pops season 2 and Blues Pops were sort of combined, where during Jazz Pops, like with some of the Blue Pops searching for their lost memories, like
Like
we
if they
get
aired simultaneously.
Yeah, we get they either air simultaneously or the episodes are combined technically, where we get flashbacks throughout Jazz Pops episodes of what's going on with the Blues Pops in the past.
Unfortunately, that doesn't
parallels
quite,
the future.
unfortunately that doesn't quite work because Jazz Pop season 2 also had the twist of there being an imposter pop in there. One of the pops, yeah, that's why. That's also why I was told not to watch them simultaneously.
Oh,
But otherwise, that if it weren't for that twist, that would have worked. And arguably, that twist just was pointless anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anything else?
do you have any cons with the season only being 9 episodes? Normally, I'd say no, but because of the fact there's 13 villains that don't get enough time to themselves and the protagonists as well, yeah, this could have benefited from being longer. I don't normally mind necessarily these short season counts, but this case more of an exception. Is this worse or better than my Klamai ending, or are they the same boat? This is worse than the Klamai ending because the Klamai ending was a surprise. It was a nonsensical surprise, but we weren't like building up to something else that we knew was coming the whole time. So it wasn't a letdown, so to speak. Okay.
Speaking of Klamai, KW, how's writing that going?
Okay, that's starting a whole new conversation at the end of this. Let me just check something quickly.
Well, I tried to end the stream, but you just like keep talking. So
we were doing the pros and cons, eh? Yeah.
Nah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will end the stream by doing the one thing that I promised Bond before, which is showing off these 2 videos. So here we go.
If I have any magical powers, I'll be like, oh, okay, that's cool, whatever. I just continue on my
No,
normal day.
you would not. I don't believe you.
Yeah, I'm cool
No,
with
you
that
would
too. I mean, I feel like if you had like Matilda's powers, for instance, you would start creating. You would immediately like make another pony series, not called ponies, just a different thing with the same things without having to use your hands.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Oh,
How
that
does
is
she do it?
spirit.
How does she do it?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Okay, I was not expecting that to be
The-
such a loud noise, but there you go.
The ponies rushing in got me.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's basically what happened in the Pony series.
The
But KW was
stampede
using
was
her hands,
hilarious.
like, They're
Yes,
fighting.
we remember the fight sequences, definitely. Torture, conflict. Okay, right. Here's the second one.
Bad. You're
Okay, so the implication here, of course, is that it is that they don't recognize the face of the princess of a different nation, and therefore the tiara is the identifying feature.
Oh my god!
What if? Here's the question: what if instead of thinking immediately that you're a princess, they just think you're a random girl wearing a tiara?
Exactly.
Jacob,
It doesn't work.
It's a Perry the Platypus situation.
Oh my god! It's my friend Kim, Princess Kim. We have
Why
fully
was I
entered-
Kim? Why was I Kim?
I don't know. Maybe
Because you're
he's
the
just
best
the most
Kim.
princess-like out of us.
Am I?
Listen,
I honestly
BB,
don't
you
know.
can be a Disney princess. You're
Somehow I doubt it. I don't think the birds like me nearly as much as they
Okay,
like a
how-
lot of others.
How about this, BB? You can be a Don Bluth princess.
I was not expecting me to appear at the end there. Okay, I'm just saying, because I know what my design looked like, and that was me.
I was just thinking about like the Perry the Platypus thing today as well. Like that memory's in my mind. It's like, what stream was that from? And now I remember what stream it was from. There you go.
I like how I just show up and and I just put on a tiara and here I am and I'm royalty and you
I
need
am-
to obey me.
I am so glad that
you
we've now-
would become a tyrant really fast.
I'm so
I
glad these
would
streams have now
not become a
entered-
tyrant.
That's
I
what all
am too-
tyrants say.
That's fair. I'm too high. Look, I know how that stuff goes. Yeah, that is what they say. I guess there's only one way to find out.
I mean, hey, what's so nice? I mean, I would trust you more than our
here's
current
my thing.
government.
I would like to think that I'm so anti-government that if I were the government, that I would make things significantly better.
I mean, yeah, fair. I am very anti-government too.
Mm.
Jacob,
But
are
you're
you
woke.
anti-government? Or are you one of the sheeple? Kidding.
I am royalty.
I love that. If I'm not with you, I must be your enemy. Okay. I think that's enough for one day. We've got to the 3-hour mark. And so
Yes, exactly. All hail Queen BB.
yes,
Oh,
all
yeah,
hail Queen.
Oh hell! Start
All
kneeling.
hail Queen
Start
Bee.
kneeling now
But-
before you're dictator. Kneel now,
Well, there it is already. I don't
Jacob.
want to make a
Aiden,
Princess Kim
kneel.
model. It's a body that much screen time.
what
like
happens?
William
What
and
if I don't
Okay.
though?
I'll
Aiden,
get the French to behead you.
Aiden, you don't have face cam. You can just lie and say you're kneeling.
I mean, yes, I am doing that right now.
Good. Jacob,
There
your
we
turn.
go.
Kneel.
All right. But before I do that, please
Start
leave a like,
bowing.
because I can paint my says, got those already.
There you
It's
go.
just like farewell.